Cubs in Round Rock, deciding game of the series. 67 degrees. The sun's been trying to peek through. It's going to clear up today, but it's going to warm up also. But 67 right now. The flags are not whipping, but there's a light wind out of the east-southeast, and the humidity is 78%. With the play-by-play, game's first pitch, here's Alex Cohen.
Appreciate it, Dean. Gates sauces and seasonings. Great flavor, unmistakable taste by Gates, a Kansas City original. Gates Barbecue is our sponsor for the first pitch all season long. So here's Trevor Clifton, defense behind him. Trent Giambrone in right, Johnny Field at center, Donnie Deweese in left, Jim Bedusi at first, V-Mile Machine at second, Zach Short at short, Phillip Evans at third. And doing the catching, it's P.J. Higgins. First pitch, it's taken down the middle. It's a called strike. Down the 1-1 underway here at Principal Park. First pitch, perfect timing at 12:38 p.m. Game number 5 of the 2019 American Division Series. If the I-Cubs win, PCL championship bound. Pitch, fastball, dots the outside corner for a strike. And Trevor Clifton looks sharp. No balls, 2 strikes.
Both these guys today pitch off their fastballs. And again, Trevor not afraid to pitch inside, but he'll try to work both sides of the plate.
0-2 count. Clifton kicks, fires. Curveball misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. What a series it's been, Iowa Cubs and the Round Rock Express. 4 games, each team 2 victories, and each team with 2 one-run wins. Every single game this series has been decided by 1 run.
Biggest lead any team has had was an early Iowa lead, 3-zip in one game.
1-2, popped up, right side fouling out of play. Count 1-2. I-Cubs yesterday, they led 2-0. It should be Round Rock led 2-0. I-Cubs led 4-2. I-Cubs ended up winning 5-4. 2 nights ago, I-Cubs, they led 2-0. They won 3-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch, misses high. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
This Round Rock lineup hasn't hit for power, nor have the Cubs really in this series. They had all singles last night, Round Rock, but they usually give you a quality at bat, force the pitcher to throw strikes.
Well, there's been 3 home runs all series. Pitch taken high and tight. Count 3-2. V-Mile Machine with the home run. Jim Bedusi with the home run. And for Round Rock, they actually have 2. Ronnie Dawson with the homer and Drew Ferguson with the homer. So 4 total home runs. Pitch, fastball just misses outside.
Trevor thought he had strike 3.
I think everybody thought he had strike 3.
Well, it was 0-2, then he walked him, so McCormick, give him some credit. Nice at bat, he's aboard. Let's see if manager Story is aggressive early in the game, tries to get things going with a running game.
Ferguson steps in from the right side. Again, a trio of 1-run victories. Or should be 4 1-run wins, 2 for the I-Cubs and 2 for the Express. Righty versus righty. Clifton looks back at first in the pitch. Popped up just to the right of us here in the press box. Count of 1-1. Dean, what better time of year for sports? Week 1 NFL, PCL playoffs, Major League pennant races, college football, college game day coming to the state of Iowa next week.
It's exciting.
You'll be there, right?
Lots to keep track of.
5 a.m.
Camping out.
Up in Ames. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Tip foul behind home plate.
Hopefully we'll be here.
Count of 2. Well, that's what I mean. You'll pull a double dip. We're not playing at 5 in the morning. We go up there at 5. We tailgate. We come back down here, call a 17-inning game. That'll be perfect.
Probably a better chance of me waking up at 5 than you, though.
Not wrong about that one.
0-2. He's been up 0-2 in both hitters now. Let's see what he does with Ferguson.
No balls, 2 strikes. Clifton, belled high set. Looks back at first of the pitch. Now back at the screen behind home plate.
Breaking ball that hung a bit, but at least it was somewhat in the zone. Got to mix in those secondary pitches.
Trevor Clifton, this year he's given up 20 homers. He's hit 11 batters, but he struck out 84 in 99 innings. So has swing and miss potential. No balls, 2 strikes. Gatfield up the middle, short, Machine at second, playing a double play depth. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Fastball taken high and tight, and it knocked Drew Ferguson down. Look out.
Vacuum off the plate. Let's see if they come back with that curve or an off-speed pitch.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Trevor's last game was last Friday against Memphis. 4 strong innings, 4 shutout innings.
Gave up just 4 hits. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch, runners off. Fastball taken inside, throw for Aziz, down to second, not in time.
Great pitch to run on, an inside changeup. Fairly close play despite that, but good call to have the steal on. So again, manager Story was aggressive.
So Chaz McCormick a stolen base. And Round Rock, who again has been struggling offensively without the likes of Kyle Tucker and Garrett Stubbs, up in the big leagues, trying to manufacture a run here early. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Let's see if Ferguson will go the other way.
Clifton fires. Fastball misses upstairs, count 3-2. So to the first 2 batters, Clifton ahead 0-2. And now the first 2 batters have brought it back to 3-2. Full count, nobody out.
Again, base on balls have been so key in this series, and that's the way it starts out today. And, of course, that's what we're looking for from Whitley, is his walk total very high, especially in this league this year.
3-2 count. Clifton looks back at second. Now the pitch. Popped up. Right side of the infield. Coming in, Vimael Machine, 1 step onto the infield grass, makes the catch. 1 away. Nice job by Trevor. First out here with the first will bring up Jack Mayfield.
His best pitch is fastball. That's what he went to there. Got the pop fly. He's more of a fly ball pitcher. 126 flyouts this season, 81 ground outs.
Fans,
this day and age of the strikeout, he's also a good strikeout pitcher, averaging over 8 in his 7 minor league seasons with the Cubs.
Fans, if you're listening today, let us know. Tweet us at Iowa Cubs, at Voice of Cohen. We're at Dean Ellis. Email the broadcast, alexc@iowacubs.com. First pitch, curveball, dots the outside corner for a strike.
Beauty.
Count of 1-1. What a season it's been for the Iowa Cubs. We have Tommy Birch listening in. We'll go figure Tommy's here on a weekend game. It's the first time since May that's happened. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Popped up over the first base dugout, out of play. Count of 1-2. For the Iowa Cubs, it is game number 145 this year. And when the Iowa Cubs won the PCL American Northern Division crown a week ago, the motto in the clubhouse was win 7. Win 3 games this series, win 3 games in the PCL championship, and win that 1 game International League versus PCL championship down in Memphis. Pitch misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Winning 7 games, it doesn't seem that hard, but when you lose in walk-off victories for Round Rock in back-to-back games, come here down 2-0 against a team with the best record in the PCL, it did look daunting. But a pair of 1-run victories now at home with the season on the line. No score, top of the first. 1 ball, 2 strikes in the pitch. Now back at the screen behind home plate.
Tried to get him to chase a high fastball. He did, but made contact. So the 3rd straight batter was 0-2, then went to 3-2 in the first 2 guys. McCormick, Ferguson now 1-2 on Mayfield. His pitch count is up to 18. I think the Cubs have a little more depth in their bullpen today than Round Rock, but both managers would like to get some innings out of their starters. Bullpen, again, might be the deciding factor today.
1 ball, 2 strikes in the pitch. Curveball, swing and a miss, strike 3. Nasty pitch by Trevor Clifton. Jack Mayfield strikes out swinging. 2 outs. Runner at second. Here's Taylor Jones.
Round Rock has actually had the upper hand in Iowa. Runners in scoring position. The Cubs in the 4 games, 4 for 33. That's right, 4 for 33. Runners in scoring position. While Round Rock is 12 for 36, including that strikeout there by Mayfield.
Here's Taylor Jones, steps in from the right side. Righty versus righty. And the pitch. Misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes. The I-Cubs hitters yesterday struck out 18 times. In Game 3, struck out 12 times. In Game 1, struck out 14 times. And in Game 2, struck out 7 times. That's an average of 13 strikeouts per game. 1-0. Line down the right field line, fouling out of play. Count 1-1. But Round Rock, yesterday, they struck out 10 times. But most importantly, Dean, they stranded 12 runners on base yesterday. And I think 8 of them were in scoring position. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner at second.
Yeah, Cubs only 1 out of 11 runners in scoring position.
1-1 count. Clifton fires. Fastball foul just below the crowd mic at the screen behind home plate.
Jones, it seems like the Cubs have kept his timing off in this series. He seems a little late on his swings. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outfield shaded. Jones a step towards right field. Wind swirling right to left. Might be blowing out a tick. 1 ball, 2 strikes in the pitch. Curveball, high chopper towards third. Evans, gloves, shuffles, throws to first, and it ends the inning. Nicely done, Trevor Clifton. Strands a leadoff walk. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on base in scoring position. We'll go to the bottom of the first inning. No score, Iowa Cubs and the Round Rock Express. You're listening to Iowa Cubs baseball right here on the Iowa Cubs Radio Network. Bottom 1 here at Principal Park. Iowa Cubs nothing. Round Rock Express nothing. And a big-time matchup here. Top pitching prospect of the Houston Astros organization, Forrest Whitley. He'll see V-Mile Machine, Donnie Dweez, and P.J. Higgins here to start things off. The scouting report on Whitley. Ace stuff. And we're talking about ace in the big leagues. Power fastball, power two-seamer, power slider. Righty versus lefty in the pitch. Fastball misses upstairs at 94. 1 ball, no strikes. Whitley, 6'7", 207-pound righty. He's from San Antonio, Texas. 21 years old. Youngest player on either of these teams. Whitley, 12.21 ERA, 8 games with Round Rock this year, an 0-3 record. Pitch, and it misses outside. Backdoor slider, 2 balls, no strikes. 24 innings pitched, 35 hits, 33 runs, all earned. 29 strikeouts, 15 walks, and he gave up 9 homers. 2-0. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Nice slider there from Whitley. Think of Whitley, I think of Josh Stalmon. We've seen him on and off last few years with Omaha. Just terrific stuff. Just a matter of command throwing strikes.
2-1, slider, swing and a miss, strike 2.
Maybe figuring out you don't have to throw 98 every time. Just control is number 1, especially the farther you climb in the system.
It's the Dylan Maples 2018. Slider, slider, slider. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, another slider. Wow, those are 3 nasty sliders.
Yeah, not quite as sharp as Dylan, but quite effective. And I guess he's got command of his slider, at least early on. Interesting.
Ball behind, 2-0, 3 straight sliders, a strikeout. 1 up, 1 down here with the first, and it'll bring up Donnie Dweez.
I'm impressed by this catcher they have. Ritchie behind the plate does a good job defensively and handles his pitchers.
Was talking with Mike Capps, the director of broadcasting for Round Rock. He says Whitley and Ritchie work together very well. First pitch misses high, count 1-0. Remember, Ritchie is not in AAA this entire year. Garrett Stubbs was the everyday catcher. 1-0, misses inside, count 2-0. And what we're noticing here so far is pretty clear. Slider command, no fastball command. Defense behind Whitley today. McCormick at right, Dawson at center, Ferguson in left. Jones at first, pitch, and it misses inside, count 3-0. Alex DeGotti at second. Jack Mayfield at short, Nick Tanalu at third, and doing the catching, as Dean said, Jamie Ritchie. Pitch, and it hits the inside corner for a strike. Slider, count 3-1.
It took a little off that one, too.
3-1 count. Kick and the pitch. Popped up foul out of play behind home plate. That one an effortless 95. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The team that has scored first this series, Dean, we'll go with Game 1. Round Rock scored first, 1-5-4. Game 2, ICUP scored first, lost 4-3. Pitch, the miss is inside, ball 4. Donnie Dweez, 1-out walk here with the first. That'll bring up P.J. Higgins. Game 3, ICUP scored first, they won 3-2. Game 4, Round Rock scored first, ICUP's won 5-4. So the ICUPs score first here. Team has only won 2 out of the 4 games.
These are the 2 best defensive teams in the league. That's come to play in this series. We've seen some terrific plays, I think, that have been very important for Iowa's victories.
Throw back to first, and it's not in time.
Phillip Evans, a terrific play at third last night in a bases-loaded situation. Just that split-second decision on a tough ground ball. Not only the fielding play, but an off-balance throw to home. Force a man at the plate, deny them a run.
Runners off, pitch. Fastball hits the outside corner for a strike. Throw to second, not in time. Dweez, a head-first slide, he's safe. Nearly came off the bag, but he got a tremendous jump off of Forrest Whitley. And Iowa 1 call, stolen base.
I think running last night got the Cubs going early in that game, so Marty Peavy, the same strategy today. Both managers aggressive early in this game, trying to jumpstart their offenses.
1 ball, no strikes. Whitley looks back at second of the pitch. Misses outside a slider. Out 2-0.
He's thrown more balls than strikes, 8-5 his 13 pitches.
A strikeout and a walk. Whitley, chin eye set. 2-0 pitch. Now back at the screen behind home plate. It was a little elevated. Might have been a borderline ball or strike, but P.J. Higgins saw a pitch that he could drive and just missed it.
Yeah, fastball up and away. He could knock out the right field and fouled it back. That fastball 97.
And you can see why he's highly regarded. It's just an effortless, fluid delivery. 2-1. Fastball pumps it on the inside corner for a strike. And again, at 97 miles per hour.
Now back-to-back fastballs in the zone. Again, he's only 21, so he has a few more years to put it all together, but an outstanding prospect for the Astros. It's always a gamble with the high school pitchers. College guys, more of a sure thing, but there's more upside with the high school guys, potentially.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And Whitley steps off the rubber.
Whitley, a little like Strasburg back in his high school days. He was on the chubby side and still a prospect, but boy, he got into shape and elevated his potential, his game, getting in better shape.
2-2. This is time. Count 3-2.
This will be like last night. Javier had a very good arm, struck out 9, walked 3 and 4 1/3. That pitch count at 95 came out of the game, and we'll see Whitley building up his pitch count. See a lot of their bullpen again today, I think.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Whitley, 1 out. And the pitch. Fastball popped up foul. Out of play behind home plate. Count 3-2.
I like PJ's 2-strike approach. He cuts down to his swing a bit, especially this fastball 94 that time, but 94-97. Let his fastball do the work.
I mean, if I had a fastball 94-97, I'd let that do the work too.
I'm talking about the hitter.
Oh.
Can cut down to the swing and let that fastball do the work.
3-2 count. And the pitch. Line drive past the lunging shortstop Mayfield. It's into left field. Dweez heads to third. He actually headed back to the bag at second. Thought it would be caught. So Donnie to third. Higgins a single. And the ICUPs in business here with the first. Runners at the corners. 1 out. Here's Phillip Evans.
Yeah, fastball at 95 out over the plate. He whacked it to left field. Good try by Ferguson. It was a good base running by Donnie. He didn't want to be doubled up, so he initially went back to second, but then scampered into third. Ferguson, not a bad throw, made it a close play. Now they play for the double play, and Phillip Evans, a good RBI situation.
Evans steps in from the right side. He was yesterday's hero.
Sending the runner paid off. Got Donnie to third base.
Double play in effect. First pitch. Slider misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
He's been behind every batter. Every first pitch has been a ball. You mentioned the Cubs in this series, only 4 for 33 runners in scoring position. Last night it was not an at-bat. It was a sac fly that brought in the game-winning run in the 11th by this guy, Phillip Evans.
1-0. Check swinging an inside fastball. He did not go around, count 2-0.
Whitley, by the way, had 7 wild pitches down in Double-A and 6 starts. So not only wild as far as walk's concerned, but sometimes it gets past the catcher.
Throw back to first, not a time. This is a big spot here for the Iowa Cubs in a series where, team, they've struggled to score runs. You have runners at the corners. You have 1 out. It's the bottom of the first inning.
Young guy out there can play with his head, his composure by getting a couple of runs early.
2-0. This is high, count 3-0.
Fourth batter, and the third time he's had a 3-ball count. Jim Meducci on deck.
Evans likely taking here. Throw back to first, not in time. Well, Forrest Whitley started the year at AAA, struggled, spent some time on the injured list, went to rookie ball, as Dean said, then A ball, then Double-A. With Corpus Christi this year, 2-2 with a 5.56 ERA. 3-0, misses high, ball 4. A strikeout, a walk, a single, a walk. The Iowa Cubs have the bases loaded. 1 out here in the first. And it brings up Jim Meducci.
Whitley now 22 pitches, 13 for balls. Also want to mention he committed a balk in this league early in the season.
I'm continuing to look at the bullpen for Round Rock, and nobody's warming up right now. Bases loaded, outfield. Playing a tick towards left. Aducey homered yesterday, and the pitch misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes. He just can't find the strike zone right now.
That's been the storyline for his season.
Plain and simple. 1-0 count. Whitley fires. Grounder over towards second. Underneath the glove of Degodi. It's in the right field for a base hit. Dweez scores. Here comes Higgins. It's a 2-0 I-Cubs lead.
Jim Meducci delivers again. Had that big home run last night. After an 0-for-9 start in the series, he's one of the top hitters now for the I-Cubs.
I-Cubs strike first. 2-0 here in the first. 1 out. Runners at the corners will bring up Trent Giambroni.
Good running all around as the 2 guys, Dweez and Higgins, scored easily, and Phillip already to third base. The ground ball single by Jim. And they do have some things stirring in the bullpen. They will get a pitcher up.
Righty versus righty. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. A slider at 89. That's his best pitch today. But again, walk, single, walk, 2-run single. A huge start for Iowa in this deciding Game 5. No balls, 1 strike. And the throw back to first, not in time.
Meducci, by the way, had a nice approach, not a big swing. Again, let his fastball hit his stuff, do the work. Just a nice swing and a ground ball base hit to right.
No balls, 1 strike. Whitley steps off the rubber. There was an errant baseball from the bullpen on the right side. A lefty warming up. Wouldn't be shocked if that's Ken Emanuel.
After starting 0-for-9 in the series, Jim Meducci 4 hits his last 8 at-bats.
No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. High fastball. Giambroni chased. Count 0-2.
Yeah, looked out of the zone.
Oh, 2 count. Whitley, chin-eye set. And the 0-2. Foul back at the screen behind home plate. That was a fastball at the letters. And Trent just missed that one. Big-time home run power. 23 homers this year. 66 runs batted in. Trent, most home runs for an Iowa Cubs player since Javier Baez in 2014. No balls, 2 strikes of the pitch. Grounder towards short. Could be 2. Mayfield second. Got one over to first. A big double play. Or as Whitley gets out of the inning, but the I-Cubs scored 2. They do so on 2 hits, no errors. They leave 1 man left on base after 1. 2-0 Iowa right here on the Iowa Cubs Radio Network. Game 5 of the 2019 American Division Series. If the I-Cubs win, they go to either Sacramento or Las Vegas. The only problem is, if Round Rock wins, they go to either Las Vegas or Sacramento. Trevor Clifton, scoreless sitting in the first. We'll see Nick Tadalou to start things off. Righty versus righty in the first pitch. Popped up over the first base dugout, fouling out of play. Got 1-1. I-Cubs 2-0 lead. A 2-run single by Jim Adducci in the first.
Round Rock wins. Their plan is they'd go back home tomorrow, get home about noon, and then leave tomorrow night for Las Vegas or Sacramento.
0-1. Misses high. Count 1-1. Really?
That's a lot of traveling. Yeah.
So what, you go home for like a snack?
Do your laundry.
Do your laundry?
Yeah.
That's tough.
Odd.
It's tough. 1-1. Misses high. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, this is the inning where you want to shut them down. Your offense just gave you a couple of runs, the early lead. And the quick 3-up, 3-down inning would be nice. Keep the momentum in that third base dugout.
2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Changeup low and outside.
Yeah, something off speed.
That was changeup, but it looked low and outside.
86.
2-2 count. Clifton winds, fires. Changeup popped up, shallow right. Coming in, Trent Giambrone. Long run towards the line. Slides, he can't make the catch. It's picked up by Adduci. He fires to second, and they got him.
What a throw.
What a heads-up play by Jim Adduci. That ball fell in the Bermuda Triangle between Giambrone and right. Machine in second. And Adduci at first, he let it fall. Adduci picked it up, threw off balance, and a perfect peg to get Nick Tadalou. That was actually pretty close looking at the replay. But a single called out trying to extend it into a double. And 1 up, 1 down here in the second. Bring up Alex Tagoti.
Tadalou, a nice slide. He was on the infield side there, running to second, tried to reach back with his left hand. It was a very close play, but a great throw by Jim Adduci, the former and sometimes still an outfielder.
Righty versus righty, and the pitch. Fastball pounds the outside corner for a strike. Count of 1-1.
Really, that has been the biggest, for me at least, the undervalued aspect of the Cubs season has been their stellar defense. Very consistent. Make the routine play, but also make the terrific play like we just witnessed.
No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch from Clifton is fisted foul over the tarp on the first base side. And there's a fan in a sling, one arm taped to his side, and he's trying to catch the foul ball with the other one. That is dedication at its finest right there. Have to love that. No balls, 2 strikes. Deep breath from Clifton. The 0-2 pitch. Curveball misses well outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2-0 Iowa. 2-run single by Jim Adduci. It's gotten the scoring started so far. Clifton, 31 pitches, 20 strikes, 11 balls. 1 out here in the second. The 1-2. Sky, deep center. but should be playable. To his left a couple steps, Johnny Field, he makes the catch. 2 away. And here's Steven Wren, who so far this series is 1 for 7 with 5 strikeouts.
Trevor doing a nice job really mixing his pitches, changing speeds, trying to work both sides of the plate. Look sharp.
Righty versus righty in the pitch. Fastball hits the inside corner for a strike. Count of 1-1.
Early on, first couple of hitters, when he went full counts back-to-back after being ahead 0-2, he tried to be too fine with his pitches.
0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, a changeup. Count of 1-2. We have Gina James Tucker and Deborah Dweez listening in. Iowa Cubs 2, Round Rock Express nothing in a deciding game number 5 of the PCL American Division Series. Pitch, curveball popped up, slicing down the right field line, and it goes into the seats.
He's getting a feel for that breaking pitch now. Some nice changeups. Always has that live fastball, so everything working today for Trevor.
It looks pretty sharp. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch from Clifton. Changeup misses low and away. Count 1-2.
He threw 69 pitches in his last game.
Last time Clifton went 5 or more innings in a start. Have to go back to July 21st. That was at Nashville. 1-2. Tip foul off the glove of the catcher, Higgins. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The issue here for the I-Cubs, if Clifton can only go 4 or 5, you go into the bullpen. That's been used frequently this series. Fresh as arms, wide short, Jordan Minch. 1-2. Now back at the screen again by Wren. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Could maybe use Michael Rucker. Rucker threw 2 2/3 2 days ago.
Yeah, close to 60 pitches, but he might be good for an inning. We'll see.
1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Fastball misses outside. Count 2-2. If you heard the pregame interview from manager Marty Peavy, Kendall Graveman, a major league rehabber, said, hey, I'll delay my side session. I'll give you an inning today. I'm not sure if it's in Kendall's or Marty's hands when it comes to that, but that's a selfless mentality right there. Pitch misses high. Count 3-2.
Again, it was 0-2 one time. Back to a full count here on Wren. A little better at bat for him.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Clifton kicks and fires. Changeup popped up. Foul behind home plate. And Higgins runs out of room. Ball lands on top of the dugout. And a fan can't barehand the catch. And they're chasing after the ball, and a young fan gets it. And he nearly loses his hat. It's a great head of hair he has. We'll do it again. Count 3-2. Kick and the pitch from Clifton. Ground ball towards short, coming in Zach Short. Fields on a hop, fires a bullet to first, and it gets Wren. 2 away. Or make that 3 up, 3 down. Unconventional one. No runs, a hit, no errors. And nobody left on base. Go to the bottom of the second. 2-0 Iowa right here on the Iowa Cubs Radio Network. Iowa Cubs 2, Round Rock Express nothing. Game 5 of the 2019 American Division Series. If the Iowa Cubs win, they go to the PCL Championship. If the Round Rock Express win, they go to the PCL Championship. Playoff games for the Iowa Cubs are brought to you by Premier Chevy Dealers, home of the 2019 Chevy Silverado. Iowa Cubs a 2-run first. 2-run single, Jim Meducci here in the second. Johnny Pareda will lead things off against Forrest Whitley. First pitch misses high. 1 ball, no strikes. Whitley in the first. 28 pitches, evenly distributed. 14 strikes, 14 balls. 1 ball, no strikes in the pitch. Slider misses just outside. Out 2-0.
He's only had 1 first pitch strike out of 7 batters. He's pitching from behind.
2-0. Pounds the inside corner for a strike. Out 2-1. Hi, Cubs. Donnie Dweez walked in the first. P.J. Higgins single. They both scored on an RBI single by Jim Aducey pitch. And that one just missed outside. Well, Whitley has control issues, and that's a small zone there from home plate umpire J.J. January. He's been consistent. It's not a pitcher's paradise by any means. 3-1, misses high, ball 4, and a leadoff walk for Johnny Pareda here in the second. Bring up Zach Short. Remember, Round Rock did have some action in the bullpen in the first inning.
Yeah, you mentioned 28 pitches. All these organizations, when guys get to be right around 30, they get somebody up, because if you reach 35, maybe up close to 40, definitely you're coming out of the game, especially if you're a young prospect. We've got one of the top young prospects in the game right here.
First pitch, and it hits the inside corner for a strike. Count 0-1. Liberal inside corner call. Short yesterday. 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts, and a walk. 3 infielders to the left side. Short squares to up, pushes it first base side. It's picked up by Whitley. Fires to second. It's into left center field. That'll advance the runners. Pareda to third. Short to second, and disaster there for the Express.
Talked about his wildness and throwing strikes. That was a very errant throw to second. Looked like the right decision, especially nobody Jones was going to try to pick up the bunt, so nobody covering first. That one ends up out of left center field. Now the Cubs an opportunity to have another crooked number on the board. Good call, by the way, Zach Short to bunt. He's been struggling at the plate. If you don't get yourself a base hitter on, as we just saw in an air, at least you advance the guy to second.
So here's Johnny Field.
They keep the infield back.
Steps in from the right side. Righty versus righty in the pitch. Misses outside, count 1-0. This could be the inning. A crooked number. Cubs up 2-0. Three infielders to the left side. Johnny a pull hitter. Lots of room right side. 1-0. Swing and a miss, strike one. And Johnny swung at that rising fastball, 94 miles per hour, at his eyelids. One ball, one strike. Back shoulder set. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 95 inside corner. And Johnny couldn't quite catch up to it.
You get a couple of more runs here, build an early 4- or 5-0 lead. That's a huge lead the way this series has gone. Very low-scoring games. More a pitcher series than a hitter series. And Clifton's looked sharp, and the Iowa bullpen has been a strength all year.
1 ball, 2 strikes in the pitch. Line drive up the middle, score run. One hops to Mayfield, the shortstop fires to first, and it gets field, but Pareda scores. Short to third. RBI ground out, Johnny Field. 3-0 Cubs. Here are the second, one away. Bring up Be My Own Machine.
Got to take advantage of the other guy's mistakes. They've walked a man and an error, and the Cubs cash in. Now they got a man 90 feet away, Machine the batter, and the infield brought in.
Well, did you see that? That was a line drive over the head of Forrest Whitley and then just curled downwards. Had some funky English on it.
Hit it off the end of the bat.
And here's Be My Own Machine with the infield in. 3-0 Iowa. Righty versus lefty in the pitch. Misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes.
We saw a lot of swings and misses by Cubs batters last night against Javier, but not the case today against Whitley. For the most part, the Cubs putting the bat in the ball.
1 ball, no strikes in the pitch. You can see outside corner for a strike. Count 1-1.
This is the only guy he struck out thus far in Vimail. It's a contact situation. Cubs could use another sac fly. That's been a big asset for them in this series.
1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Two-seamer hits the outside corner for a strike. It's actually a changeup. 86 miles per hour. Crowd didn't like that one. It's a perfect pitch by Whitley. Really nicely done.
Cubs have had 5 sac flies in this series, 2 by Phillip Evans, including the game winner last night.
1-2 count. And the pitch. Ground ball. Diving play made by Degodi. Looks back, the runner to third, fires to first, and he gets a Machine. Well, V-Mile Machine does his job there. It's a hard hit ball up the middle, but a great play by Alex DeGote. 4-3 put out. Runner remains at third, and here's Donnie Dweese. That's tough.
Yep, good defense that time by DeGote. But the ball hit hard by V-Mail, so they're starting to square things up here on Whitley.
So Donnie steps in from the left side. Righty versus lefty. And the pitch. Taken down the middle for a strike, a changeup. Count of 1-1. Well, secondaries have looked sharp. Slider, changeup, fastball, just no command at this point. No balls, one strike. 2 outs. Bottom of the second. Curveball to misses high. 1 ball, 1 strike. 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors for the I-Cubs. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the Round Rock Express. I-Cubs were down in this series 2-0. Back-to-back heartbreaking losses. Big-time victory on Friday night. Big-time victory last night. Pitch misses high. Out 2-1 to even up this series. And now the I-Cubs a 3-0 lead in a deciding Game 5.
He's been behind in 9 of 11 batters.
2 balls, 1 strike in the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Pulled the string, the yo-yo changeup.
There's reports that say that's his best secondary pitch behind the fastball is a big league caliber changeup.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Fastball misses high. Count 3-2.
The changeup, by the way, can be a huge weapon for him in his career in the big leagues against left-handed hitting.
You know, changeup as a specialty secondary pitch, more known for left-handed pitchers. 3-2. This is low and outside, ball 4.
Nice day for Donnie, a second walk.
Forrest Whitley, 4 walks, inning at 2/3. And with runners at the corners, 2 away, here's P.J. Higgins.
Again, maybe not the first pitch. We'll see how the count develops, but a chance for Marty Peavy to put a play on here. 1st and 3rd, a steal or a double steal even. Keep the pressure on this Round Rock defense. And Whitley and the catcher, Ritchie.
P.J. Higgins steps in from the right side. 3-0 Iowa. And the first pitch. Misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes. No action right now in the Round Rock bullpen, which, have to admit, it's a little bit surprising.
50 pitches, still 50-50 balls and strikes for Whitley.
1-0. Misses outside. Count 2-0. Two balls, no strikes.
Hear a lot about the Cubs pitching lab. I would guess the Astros have something similar, and Whitley will probably spend a lot of time there this offseason.
2-0. Swing and a miss. Elevated slider, and Higgins tried to drive it, swung through it instead. Count 2-1.
Can see the potential, though, this 21-year-old.
Certainly can.
All right, let's see if there's a play here for Marty.
2 balls, 1 strike at the pitch. Swing and a miss, a changeup.
Wow.
And Higgins, needless to say, was well out in front of that one. That was a healthy hack.
He throws 95, 97 fastball, changeup 85. He could really get by in those 2 pitches if he had great command, but he's also got the good breaking stuff.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Runners off pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Changeup, and Whitley, that's his 3rd strikeout. He gets out of the 2nd inning, giving up a run. 1 run, no hits, 1 big error, and 2 men left on base. After 2, I-Cubs leading 3-0 right here on the Iowa Cubs Radio Network. Iowa Cubs win. They move on to the PCL Championship for the first time since 2014. If they lose, I-Cubs season is over. Iowa leads 3-0. We're in the top half of the 3rd. And leading off for the Express, Jamie Ritchie, Ronnie Dawson, and Chaz McCormick here against Trevor Clifton. Alex Cohen Ellis here on the call. Noah Matterfeld and Joey Gatchel back at the station. Righty versus righty, and the pitch. Line drive, left center. It's a base hit for Jamie Ritchie. So leadoff single on the first pitch here in the third. Runner aboard, nobody out. Here's Ronnie Dawson, who's been a dangerous hitter this series. He's homered and doubled. Dawson steps in from the left side. Homered in game 3, deep down the right field line. Wind blowing right to left, so that might be a little bit difficult to do today. Righty versus lefty. And the pitch. Fastball misses outside, count 1-0. Forrest Whitley so far for Round Rock has given up 3 runs, given up 2 hits. He's walked 4, he's struck out 3, so that's a colorful line score to this point. 1 ball, no strikes in the pitch. Misses inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Ronnie Dawson, 17 home runs with Double-A Corpus Christi this year. Clifton fires. Fastball, outside corner, called strike. Count 2-1. Trevor Clifton has been used as a spot starter, has been in the starting rotation, has piggybacked, has pitched out of relief. He's done it all this year. 2 balls, 1 strike in the pitch. Fastball misses low and away. Count 3-1.
How many times do you think Round Rock in the regular season scored 10 runs or more in a game?
16.
Times 2, 31 times.
3 balls, 2 strikes. You make that 1 strike pitch, foul back at the screen behind home plate, count 3-2.
It's not, they've lost some good players, but still a pretty good offense. The Cubs have stymied this far in the series overall. Good pitching stops, good hitting, right? They swept Iowa here 10-8, 10-2, 13-9 back in late July.
3-2 pitch. Popped up right side, made that left side fouling out of play, count 3-2. Well, they say, Dean, that offense wins games, but pitching wins championships. Pretty clear indicator today. Really, this series. High Cubs pitching has been great. 3-2. Misses outside, ball 4. And Ronnie Dawson a walk. So runners at first and second. Nobody out here in the third. Will bring up Chas McCormick.
Second man he's walked. He's had 4 full counts, so he's up to 50 pitches now. Round Rock at Las Vegas won a game 26-11 on July the 6th, and then they had another game where they scored 20 runs, a win at El Paso August the 7th. But of course, again, those are totally different ballparks.
Here's McCormick, steps in from the right side. Righty versus righty. And the pitch misses outside, count 1-0. Now Trevor Clifton losing his control a little bit.
We mentioned an asset he's had this season, clutch pitching. Men on base, the league hit only .202 against him, guys in scoring position. 187 the season average against Trevor Clifton. So he bears down in these spots, makes big pitches at big spots.
1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. Fastball hits the outside corner for a strike. Count 1-1. 3-0 Iowa, top of the third. Deep breath here from Trevor Clifton. Runners at first and second, nobody out. 1-1. Misses inside, nearly hit McCormick. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Here comes Rod Nichols quickly bolting out of the dugout. Pitching coach for Iowa.
We'll have a chat with Trevor. 53 pitches, 33 strikes, 20 balls. And if you're Ron Nichols here and the Iowa Cubs coaching staff, manager Marty Peavy, you need at least 4 innings from Trevor.
Big leagues today, Alex. Texas leads at Baltimore 6-1 in the 5th. Cincinnati at home leads Arizona 2-1 in the fifth. The Mets at home lead the Phillies 3-2. Bottom of the fourth. Bottom of the fifth at Tampa Bay, a raise over the Jays 3-2. Marlins blanking Kansas City 5-0 in the bottom of the fifth in Miami. Washington ahead at red-hot Atlanta 4-1 in the bottom of the fourth. St. Louis at Pittsburgh, no score, bottom of the fourth. Milwaukee, the early lead, 1-0 in the second inning in Milwaukee against the Cubs. Angels ahead at Chicago, 1-0 over the Sox in the bottom of the first. Cleveland leads at Minnesota 2-0 in the second.
2 balls, no strikes. Make that 1 strike. Clifton fires, misses outside, count 3-1. Cubs lead 3-0. Matches their largest lead of the series. But remember, Dean, when they led 3-0, they ended up losing that game.
Like today, it was early in the game, game 1.
3 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. A back liner, shallow right. It's a base hit. That'll move the runner station to station. And now the bases loaded. Single walk, single. Nobody out. And here's Drew Ferguson. And now you could feel the tension here in the booth. Feel the tension here in the ballpark.
Well, it cracked his bat, but a pitch up in the zone and just a soft line drive over the head of Machine. Again, this is where Trevor will bear down and make some good pitches, try to escape this jam, getting into their heart of the lineup. 3-4-5, Mayfield, Jones, Tadalou after Ferguson.
So here's Drew Ferguson. Righty versus righty. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Looked like a changeup. Excellent pitch. Dropped on him. Dropped on Ferguson.
Down to 1-1. Strikeout or a pop out would be big. Also, infield playing at double play depth up the middle. You would surely sacrifice a run for 2 outs here with a 3-run lead.
Ferguson runs pretty well. He has one of their 2 home runs in this series.
0-1. Line drive down the right field line. Fouling out of play, count 0-2.
I think with his off-speed stuff working so well today, they're behind on his fastball. It was a fastball at 93, sent the other way. Again, he's had trouble today at 0-2, which is surprising. See if he can put away Ferguson.
No balls, 2 strikes. Lifted a deep breath. And the 0-2 pitch. Now back at the screen behind home plate.
Good inside fastball, but
jammed him.
Ferguson fights it off. Yeah, that pitch count building. Trevor's up to 58. No outs here in the third. It'll be another game decided by the bullpen.
No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. And that's crushed. Deep right center. Going backfield towards the track. He has room and he makes the catch. It's well deep enough to score a run. Ritchie played it.
Also to get Dawson to third.
McCormick stays at first. It's a sac fly. 3-1 game. Cubs still leading. And it brings runners at the corners. 1 out for Jack Mayfield now. Round Rock gets a sacrifice fly.
But again, just 1 pitch. Double play would end the inning. 1 pitch away from ending this inning for Trevor.
Mayfield steps in from the right side. Runners at the corners, top 3. 3-1 game. 1 out. And the pitch. 2-seam fastball. Lights on the outside corner for a strike. Count to 1-1.
Mayfield grounded into 11 double plays this year.
Well, 12's a lucky number, right?
Not for him.
No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Foul. Might have been off the home plate umpire, J.J. January. Might have nicked him. Right back at the screen, count 0-2.
Good inside fastball, though. This is great to see. Bases loaded, got ahead of Ferguson, retired him. It was a loud out to deep right center, but got him out. And now their number 3 hitter, Mayfield, behind 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes. Lifted, belt high set. And the 0-2 pitch. Check swing. It hit him on the wrist. That's the second time that's happened in as many days.
He's in pain.
Well, would he get 90? This would be 82 up and in. And it hits a funny part of the wrist or the hand. You have to be careful there, and Jack Mayfield is down, and he looks to be in a lot of pain. That's not good. Got him right on the elbow.
Looking at that
elbow or
the
forearm?
bone, yeah, in the forearm area, I believe, the bone there. He's flexing his fingers okay.
Well, even adrenaline won't help that. It's a hit by pitch. And for Trevor, that's the 12th batter he's hit this season.
Got a backup infielder that just joined the team, hasn't played in the series yet, Annabelle Sierra. A Cuban. So if they had to pull Mayfield, I'm guessing he'd be the guy.
Well, they're taking their time here with Jack Mayfield.
Of course, he wants to stay in the game. He's one of those kids, he's a gamer. Plays the game the right way, can play a lot of different positions. Long time in the minor leagues, but got to the big leagues this season with the Astros. Again, Trevor pitches a lot inside. He hits a lot of batter. He's now hit, 11 during the regular season.
He will walk down to first. Bases loaded, 1 out. Here's Taylor Jones. Got some big-time power this series. He's struggled. 3 for 18. But he did have that walk-off double in Game 2.
Trevor in his career has hit 59 batters.
First pitch. Popped up, slicing down the right field line, and it goes foul. Into the seats, out of play.
Again, Jones behind. A lot of foul balls off to the right by their right-handed dominated lineup. Dawson, their only left-handed stick. No more pressure on Jones. Early in the season, they had Alvarez, Tucker. Those are the guys, if you look at a lineup, you say these are the guys we got to hold, contain, Tucker, Alvarez. And now Jones is their big home run threat.
Well, one misses inside. That nearly hit Jones on the wrist. And Jones shaking his left hand, saying that hit me. Well, I think he would have a little bit more of a reaction. Yeah. 91 up and in. Now 1-1. Lifted, deep breath. And the 1-1 pitch. Misses outside, count 2-1. Have to be careful here. Do not want to walk or run in. Two-one count. Double play would end the inning. And the pitch popped up. Shallow center. Not deep enough to score a run. Going back, Zach short, and he makes the catch. That is an enormous second out here in the third inning. Nice job, Trevor Clifton. Gets Taylor Jones to pop out. Still bases loaded. 2 outs. Going to bring up Nick Tannelou.
Again, he's been very good in the clutch this year. Back to the bases loaded regular season. The league was 2 for 12 against him. The bad news there, Alex, those 2 hits were grand slams.
There is action in the Iowa Cubs bullpen. And it looks like that is Jordan Minch. Cubs leading 3-1. Bases,
66 pitches.
Bases loaded for Round Rock. And the pitch. Club deep to left field. Going back to Weiss towards the warning track. He looks up and hits off the top of the wall. This will at least tie the game. Runner stops at third, and Nick Tannelou, a 2-run double. He had 39 doubles this year, second of the series. 3-0 lead has evaporated. We are tied at 3 here in the third, brand new ball game.
Jumped on that first pitch. That one off the wall just above where the door is heading into the Iowa clubhouse.
The second baseman for the 9, Alex Degody.
8th batter, Degody.
Here's Alex Degody. Tough. Clifton looked so sharp in the first inning. Second inning, unconventional 1-2-3 inning, but a single, a walk, a single, a sac fly, a hit by pitch, and now a 2-run double.
Especially after the big out of their cleanup batter, Jones.
Here's Degody, first pitch, and that's clubbed deep left again. Going back to ease towards the track, looks up at the wall, and it's gone.
Home run.
Ball bounced off the sweet level into the field of play, but it's a home run for Alex Degody.
He jumped on the first pitch, fastball at 91.
3-run shot, and the Round Rock Express, they've taken the lead in this one. It is a 6-3 Round Rock lead. Here in the third, it's been a touchdown, no extra point for the Express in the third.
Biggest single inning on this series. We've had such a low-scoring series, but now they erupt. Back-to-back pitches resulting in 5 runs, a double for 2, a homer for 3.
So Clifton comes out of the game. Coming in is Jordan Minch, about to have the 9th hitter of the inning. Round Rock down 3-0 to start the inning. They've scored 6 runs, and they lead by a score of 6-3. You're listening to Iowa Cubs baseball right here on the Iowa Cubs radio network.
Allergy sufferers. Zysol won't let you down in the bottom of the 9th. That's because Zysol is just as effective at hour 24 as at hour 1, relieving your symptoms.
All right, top half of the third inning. We have our first Zysol pitching change of the game. Round Rock, they've scored 6 runs here in the third. A sac fly by Drew Ferguson, a 2-run double by Nick Tanalou, and a 3-run home run by Alex Degody. Coming into the game is lefty Jordan Minch. Minch, this is his second appearance of the series. He was walked off on in game number 2. Pitched in the 10th inning, gave up a hit and a run, and that was it. Walk 2. Jordan Minch, solid left-handed pitcher, 6'3", 190-pound southpaw from Highland, Indiana. And Minch will see the 9th batter of the inning. Here's Stephen Wren. 6-3, I-Cubs trail. They were up 3-0. They're now down 6-3. Lefty versus righty. And the pitch. Fastball misses inside. Count 1-0. And I wonder if that takes off some of the pressure on Forrest Whitley. One ball, no strikes. Minch, chin high, set in the pitch. Misses high, count 2-0.
Always lots of peaks and valleys in this game of baseball, and we're seeing that today. Jumping out to that early 3-0 lead, now down by 3.
2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch. Misses inside, count 3-0. You just have to throw strikes. Here in the third, Dawson's walked. Mayfield hit by a pitch, and when you put extra base runners on, bad things tend to happen.
Yeah, those guys scored.
3-0. Misses inside, ball 4. Stephen Wren walks. And now, Round Rock has officially batted around. All 9 hitters sent to the plate. We're about to get the 10th batter. Jamie Ritchie started off the frame with a single. And now with 2 outs, runner at first, still in the third. Ritchie steps in from the right side. And the pitch. Fastball hits the outside corner for a strike, count 0-1. This game will likely be back and forth. I'm going to guess until the bottom of the 9th inning, if we get there. It's been like that all series, all season long between these two teams. 0-1, runners off. Pitch misses outside. Throw down to second. He tags him on top of the hat, but apparently runner slid in safely. That was Wren. Maybe Machine didn't get the tag down. The throw was a little wide.
That's what I'm thinking.
I thought that Machine might have gotten the tag on top of the helmet.
Good attempt by V-Mail. Good pitch to run off speed in the mid-80s. So they get Wren in scoring position. Mickey Story thinking more runs.
1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Fastball Nixie inside quarter for a strike. Count 1-2.
Minch, another one of these guys from AA Tennessee we could see with Iowa next year. Lively arm from the left side.
1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Line drive, left field coming in. Dweese can't make the catch. Ball falls in for a base hit. Steven Wren scores, and it's 7-3 Round Rock.
That's because of the stolen base. He's able to scamper in from second.
Second hit of the inning. Here for Jamie Ritchie. Single to start the frame. RBI single here. And the largest lead of the series for any team. It's 7-3 Round Rock.
Didn't try to do too much. Again, just a nice swing by Ritchie and drilled it to left center.
Jordan Minch. See Ronnie Dawson, 11th batter of the inning. Pitch. Line foul, third base side. Off the screen. Down to 1-1. What a season it's been for the Iowa Cubs. Ian Happ started off the year with Iowa. So many, countless major league rehabs.
What, 11 or 12, I think?
0-1. High chopper. This could be a tough play. Minch fields. He'll race to the bag. He slides, and he gets Dawson. Heck of a play by Jordan Minch. Look out for that ankle. Oh, man. Gets Ronnie Dawson. They're running in slow-mo. Ends the inning, but Round Rock, 7 runs. They sent 11 batters to the plate. They do so on 5 hits, no errors, and they leave 1 man left on base. This game just changed dramatically. 7 runs for Round Rock at the top of the third. It's a 7-3 game right here on the Iowa Cubs Radio Network. Elimination game, game number 5 of the 2019 American Division Series. I-Cubs, they've come back from a couple 2-run deficits this series, but not 4. They're down 7-3. And here's Forrest Whitley. Third inning of work. We'll see Phillip Evans to start things off. First pitch. And it hits the inside corner for a strike. Count of 1-1. Crowd didn't like that one. They said up and in. Might not be wrong there. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Slider drops it on the outside corner for a strike. And now with a 4-run advantage, Forrest Whitley looking sharp. No balls, 2 strikes. Whitley, shoulder high set in the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him on a changeup. And Forrest Whitley, that is strikeout number 4. One away here with a third. That'll bring up Jim Aducey.
Pitching line today for Trevor Clifton, 2 2/3, 5 hits, 6 runs, all earned, walked a couple. Struck out 1. He ended up throwing 67 pitches, 42 for strikes.
So Jim Aducey steps in from the left side. Aducey got the scoring started in the first. 2-run single. Righty versus lefty in the pitch. It's the outside corner for a strike.
Change-up again. He's throwing that about 50% of the time.
But if you can locate it, you locate the slider, you locate the changeup. Just throw that. It's pretty devastating. Changeup against lefties, just dives low and away. No balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Line foul, left side out of play. Count of 1-2. Fans, if you're listening in, need a rally cap, or 2, or 10. I-Cubs trailing 7-3. Round Rock, 7 runs in the third. 3-run home run, Alex Degody. 2-run double, Nick Tanalou. Pitch. Outside corner, called third strike. Changeup might have been a tick upstairs. But Forrest Whitley, back-to-back strikeouts. Here to start the third will bring up Trent Giambrone.
Nice pitch at 0-2. Of course, Whitley and the manager Story, they're hoping he has a low pitch inning. He's up to 60 for the game now. Just 7 this inning.
Righty versus righty. And the pitch. Now back at the screen behind home plate. Count of 1-1. Well, if you go back to the first 2 innings, Whitley walked 4, and now 2 outs, 2 strikeouts, 8 pitches. It's almost had an immaculate inning. Quite a turnaround. No balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Slider misses low and away. Count one and one. See what I did there?
Forced him to throw a ball.
Yes. All me, guys. All
of course,
me.
it's the first time we've seen Whitley. I'm guessing they probably have changed his mechanics. He basically pitches from the stretch.
One
You
ball.
haven't seen any video of this guy, have you, Alex, through the years?
1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. Changeup misses low, count 2-1. I haven't really.
You could probably look it up.
I saw one highlight video of a couple years ago. I thought he pitched from the windup, to be honest.
That's what I thought.
And as a starter, you normally do. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch misses well outside.
You know what came up? Forrest Whitley, as I type in his name, 110 miles per hour.
It's probably with the crow hop and drive line or something like that. 3-1. Tomahawked, popped up, shallow left. It's playable. Going back, the shortstop Mayfield camps underneath and makes the catch at Forrest Whitley with a 1-2-3 inning here in the third. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. Let's go to the fourth. Comes down 7-3 right here. They're down by a score of 7-3. They'd like to keep it that way here, at least in the top of the inning. Round Rock sent 11 batters to the plate in the third. Top 3 hitters in the order: McCormick, Ferguson, Mayfield, hitter against Jordan Minch. And now for the middle innings of play-by-play, I'll send it to my partner here in the booth. Here's Dean Ellis.
Thanks, Alex. There's ball 1 high and outside. It's up to Jordan Minch to keep it close. Give the I-Cubs some good long relief. The left-hander, McCormick, has walked and singled, scored a run. Top of the lineup, McCormick, Ferguson, and Mayfield, and the pitch by Minch. Outfield playing to right. High and outside, ball 2. Dozen pitches, 7 have been balls. He entered the game and walked a man, Wren. Wren would steal second, score on the Ritchie base hit. That gave them their 7th run. 7 runs, 6 hits, and an error on Round Rock. 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors, Iowa. There's a fastball pinned on the outside corner, a strike, 2-1, 92. That fastball from Jordan. Nice day. Temperature was in the upper 60s at game time, maybe around 70 now. Very pleasant. Not much of a breeze. Here's a foul back out of play, a strike. Jordan had a good year down at Double-A Tennessee. They had stellar pitching down there. The offense would struggle at times. Jordan, a 26-year-old out of Munster, Indiana, went to Purdue, was drafted by Chicago in the 35th round in 2014. Now the 2-2 pitch. Blown away, ball 3, full count. A lot of deep counts against this Round Rock lineup. Jordan was 5-5, had a lot of decisions as a reliever in 44 games out of the pen, a 4.69 ERA, had 3 saves. The payoff, and a 2-hop grounder to short, glove by Zach Short, deep short, and the throw is in time to Jim Adducci. That ball was peppered. Good play by Zach to his left, and a long peg for the out. McCormick grounds out. Now Drew Ferguson, he's popped out, had a sac fly. Ritchie got that prolific third inning going with a single. Dawson would draw a walk. McCormick singled. Bases loaded, sac fly by Ferguson. This guy gave them a run. And Mayfield was hit by a pitch. Mayfield, by the way, stayed in the game. A big out with the bases loaded, 1 away. Jones popped out. Here's a swing and a foul back to the screen for a strike. But then the damage really began. Tanalou blasted 1 to left off the fence, a 2-run double, and then Degodi, the very next pitch, a 3-run home run, back-to-back pitches. Gave them 5 runs, plus later that 7th tally and a walk, a steal, and a single. It's a lot of 2-out damage. 6 of the 7 runs scored with 2 outs. Here's the 0-1 by Minch. High and away, ball 1, 1-1 on Ferguson. Mayfield on deck. With Alex Cohen, this is Dean Ellis. Noah Manderfeld, our studio engineer. He's taken over for Joey Gatchel. Joey just couldn't go the distance, Alex. He's worn out this time of the year. Fouled back out of play. And the count 1-2, but he is a bright prospect, so we'll be careful with his innings season by season. Wind is let up. barely whipping the flags atop that scoreboard in right field. Smiling face of Drew Ferguson there. One out, nobody on base. Ferguson the batter. They play him to right field. Donnie gives him the left field line. The Minch pitch. Smoked up the middle. A hot shot base hit left center field. Donnie cuts it off, and the aggressive Ferguson thought about a double, but a good play by Donnie DeWeese holds him to a single. One out, one on. That's their 7th hit. Now they're squaring up some balls. Looks like the offense has more confidence all of a sudden after they put 7 on the board in the 3rd. One out, one on. Ferguson a threat to run. Mickey Story, the manager, has the signs coaching 3rd. Jack Mayfield, the batter, 0 for 1, hit by pitch and walk last inning. Cubs play for the double play, and the pitch by Minch. Swinging a foul tip, got a piece of P.J. Higgins. Strike one. Chicago, they've taken the lead at Milwaukee 3-1. That game now in the 3rd. White Sox tie the Angels 1-1 in the 2nd now in Chicago. Big series for the Indians in Minnesota. They had 3-0 in the 4th inning. Houston, the parent team for Round Rock, is ahead 9-0 at home over Seattle in the bottom of the 3rd. Cardinals lead at Pittsburgh 1-0 in the 6th. Higgins back behind the dish, the 0-1. Popped him up right side. Ducey backing up on this one. Machine angling over, but Jim had to pop off his glove. He'll pick it up, throw to second, and we'll get the force out. Popped in and out of his glove, and he calmly threw it to second base. Got the lead runner there, Ferguson. Mayfield safe on a fielder's choice. 2 away with a man on. Mayfield at first base for Jones, who was grounded out and popped out. Right-handed power hitter, left-handed pitcher. Ducey at first holding the runner, Mayfield. 7-3 ball game, Round Rock ahead, 4th inning, the decisive game. There goes the runner, Minch the first. Ducey throws to second. The tag by Machine, he's out. Mayfield is picked off, caught stealing. That ends the inning. Nobody left on base. No runs, 1 hit after 3.5. Express 3, your Cubs, or Express 7, your Cubs 3. Cubs side of the 4th inning. They're down 7-3 to Round Rock. Game number 5 of a 5-game series. It's decided today. Pareda leads off. Whitley back out there. And the pitch is a strike up and away on the right-handed hitting DH today, Johnny Pareda. Very good catcher. They play him to right field fairly deep. Forrest Whitley wheels and deals a breaking ball. This one fouled into the first base Round Rock dugout. Strike 2. Whitley throwing more strikes, seems more confident. Cubs got 2 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd. Donnie DeWeese walked in the 1st. P.J. Higgins a base hit. Evans a walk. And then Jim Ducey a 2-run bases loaded single. 2nd inning run was unearned, a walk. Whitley threw one away on a bunt by Zach Short. And Johnny Field brought in a run with a ground out. Could have been more damage done by the Cubs, but Whitley pitched out of it. He deals at 0-2, and he strikes out Pareda swinging.
You can see why he was ranked as one of the top pitching prospects in all of baseball. The stuff, especially the secondaries, very sharp.
For me, rushed is a word that comes to mind. He's only 21 years of age.
I think that makes more sense.
In fact, he'll be 22 on the 15th of this month. He's out of San Antonio, tall Texan. He struck out 4 of the last 5, set down 5 straight, and 7 of the last 8. Pumps in another first pitch strike. Zach Short in there. Zach reached on a fielder's choice bunt there in the 2nd. 7-3 Iowa trailing in the 4th, and the pitch high, a ball, 1-1. We mentioned that Cubs score. They're leading Milwaukee, but Christian Yelich had quite a game last night. 3 stolen bases. It's in that 40-30 club. I think it's just 10 guys, 40 homers, 30 steals. Yelich It'd be tough to get 10 steals the rest of the year. There's a partial swing and a strike, 1-2 on Zach.
And nobody has 50-30. Nobody with 50 homers and 30 solo bases.
Good note.
And he can get to 50.
Yeah. More likely to do that than this day and
Definitely.
age, home runs than steals. Although, here's a looper into left center field, a base hit for Zach Short. Ferguson cuts it off. Good job by Zach. Put the bat on the ball and flares one into left center for a one-out hit. 7-3 Round Rock lead. That's the third Iowa hit. Here's Johnny Field. Johnny RBI ground out on the second. Alfonso Soriano, the 40-40 club, all along with A-Rod, Barry Bonds, Jose Canseco. 3 defenders left side. Pickoff attempt, runner back in time. Ronald Acuna, also a 30-30 guy this year. Like Yelich. Ramirez of the Indians did last year. Mookie Betts last year. Outfield to right. Pitch blown away, very close, but ball one. 7-3, 1 out, 1 on here in the fourth inning. Cubs need a comeback, and they have had their share of comeback wins this season. The high set, here's the pitch by Whitley. 1-0. Grounded foul past Keone Duran, coaching at third base. Strike one, 1-1. Iowa 30 comeback wins this year. Jones at first, holding with Zach Short. Whitley now in the K category has 5. 4 of the last 5 outs have been strikeouts. Here's a tap foul behind the plate. Strike 2, 1-2. Well, with his pitching repertoire, if he can throw strikes, he'll keep you off balance. Still see that potential to be that number 1 guy in the rotation down the road, and boy, I would guess he can learn a lot from Justin Verlander. Verlander has a chance to win 300 games. The 1-2, strike 3 call, lone away, nice pitch. So 5 of the last 6 outs have been strikeouts. 2 of them call. 2 away. Here's the Vimael Machine. He's struck out, grounded out. Left-handed batter. Let's see if he can pull one in the hole right side. Degodi plays towards the hole, the second baseman deep. Taylor Jones, though, holding the runner. 7-3 ball game, Round Rock ahead, bottom of the fourth, and the pitch by Whitley. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup. Very effective pitch, especially against left-handed hitters. Especially that location. He's done a good job of keeping it away. Target lowered away by catcher Ritchie. And the 0-1 is downstairs, ball 1, 1-1. He's now at 78 pitches. He only threw 11 last inning. 14 this inning. I'm sure they would be pleased to get 5 innings out of him. They had the bullpen up in the first. We're now in the fourth, and Round Rock with a 7-run third inning ahead, 7-3. That pitch is low, ball 2. Good eye by Machine. 2-1. Down by 4, really cuts down the Cubs' running game here. Whitley picks up the sign from Ritchie. Checking the man at first base. He's on the first base side of the rubber. Whitley, the pitch. It's above the zone that time for ball 3, 3-1. We mentioned the strikeouts. He's had 6, but he's walked 4. This is his 7th 3-ball count. The old days, you'd take a pitch here, but he might be swinging at 3-1. He's been a hot hitter. Took one lone inside, a breaking ball miss for ball 4, so the Cubs get 2 men on. Plenty of time left in the game. It's the bottom of the fourth inning. They trail 7-3. Donnie DeWeese has walked twice in the ball game. He and Pareda, guys that have walked, have scored today. 2 of the 3 runs scored by men that walk. Conversely, there was a walk, 2 walks, and a hit batsman in their 7-run third that scored for Round Rock. 2 out, 2 on, and the pitch by Whitley. A strike above the belt on the inside corner. Fastball 95. Did check some video quickly between innings from a spring training game, and he had a little more of a windup. Pitching for the Astros in spring training against the Mets. Of course, he's pitching now from the stretch with men on base, but even with nobody on, it's more of a stretch delivery, really, of cut down in the arm and leg action. 1 ball, 1 strike. Whitley, early on, with the Astros really watched his weight. Did a much better job eating and also working out and conditioning. There's a foul at the plate on a swing and a contact there by Donnie DeWeese, 1-2. That fastball 96. They're getting the lefty up again in the bullpen. So Whitley's now over 80 pitches for the game. Short at second, Machine at first base. 7-3 game, and the 1-2 pitch. Whitley to Donnie DeWeese with P.J. Higgins on deck. Deep in the outfield, around to right on Donnie. Dawson, a very deep center field. Popped up left field, not real deep. In a hurry is Ferguson. He can't get to a base hit. Here comes Johnny Field. The throw home is not in time, all the way to the backstop, and the runners take second and third, and the overthrow by Ferguson. It's 7-4, and 2 men in scoring position for P.J. Higgins. A parachute hit the left for Donnie. Drives in a run. Zach Short scored. Zach Short the run from second base, while Machine takes third and Donnie down to second on that overthrow. So Round Rock with their second error.
It's going to be a fun game, Dean.
Well, the Cubs do some damage with 2 outs. PJ 1 for 2 with a single, run scored. Again, just a nice piece of hitting by Donnie DeWeese. Didn't try to do too much. Put the bat in the ball, put it in play. Avoid these strikeouts. The stretch the pitch by Whitley. Outside, ball 1. And left-hander has to be ready in the bullpen. Whitley might be on the tight wire right here with 2 out and 2 on in scoring position in the bottom of the 4th. It's now 7-4. Phillip Evans on deck. PJ, the possible tying run at the plate. Pitch by Whitley. That's a strike. Went back to that changeup. 1 ball, 1 strike. Donnie today on base 3 times. 2 walks, a single. He's at second. Machine at third. Higgins the batter. Dawson again a deep center field position towards left by a few steps. Some room in right center. Hartman, we are told, in their bullpen, the lefty. That fastball line outside, ball 2, 2-1. This will be his 89th pitch. His 25th this inning. Whitley struck out Johnny Pareda. Zach Short had that single. Johnny Field called out on strikes, and then the Machine with a walk, followed by the RBI hit for Donnie. Here's a bouncing ball near third. Tough play, picked up by the bag. Tanalou throws to first, and in time. Good play by Nick Tanalou on a slowly hit ground ball by P.J. Higgins, and that thwarts the Iowa Cubs as far as any more runs. They do tally 1 on 2 hits and air, 2 left. After 4, it's now Round Rock 7, Iowa 4 on AM 940 and the web at iowacubs.com. Jordan Minch back to the mound for the I Cubs. Jordan here in long relief has gone an inning and a third. He'll face Jones, Tanalou, and Degote. The middle of the lineup for manager Mickey Story. He coaches third base. Skipper for the Astros affiliate. Outfield to right field of the right-handed batter. He pitches outside, ball 1. 7 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors now on Round Rock. They were the top fielding team of the league. Cubs right behind them. Cubs a couple of errors last night. Swing and a miss. Nice outside changeup. 1 ball, 1 strike. That left-hander still throwing in the pin. Maybe a sign he will enter the game in the 5th. So the day might be over for Whitley. Time will tell. Jones grounded out in the first, popped out in the third with the bases loaded. Waits on the 0-2. Took strike three. Fastball on the outside corner. Or no, the scoreboard was wrong. It was 1-1. Now it's 1-2. Excuse me. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Jones. Plenty of room in left center. 6'7" right-handed batter. That one stayed outside. 2-2 the count. Sacramento at Las Vegas. They play later today. The winner of that game will host the winner of this game, games 1 and 2. Here's a soft line drive off the end of the bat, poked into right field. Not a bad pitch, but Jones has a hit. Leadoff man aboard again. They've had the leadoff man on base every inning but the fourth. Scored just one time, though, that 7-run third. They did all their damage in the third. 7-4 ball game, 5th inning. Jones at first. That's their 8th hit. Last night they out-hit the Cubs 9-8. Iowa won 5-4 and 11, but all 9 Round Rock hits were singles. Today they do have a double and a home run back-to-back. Back-to-back pitches, in fact, from this guy, Tanalou for the double. Played at 2, and Degody a 3-run homer. That curveball hooks in there a strike. Tanalou single and a double today. He's now 5 for 16 in the series. That's .313. Took a pitch high and away. Throw to first by Higgins, and diving back safely Jones. Adducey with him at the bag. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Iowa plays for the double play. And again, for about every right-handed hitter, they play the other way. Donnie Deweese gives the right-handed hitters, including Tanalou, the line. Field into right center, and Trent Giambroni towards the line and right. There's a ball low and away, 2-1. This might be the last inning for Jordan Minch. He's at 30 pitches now for the game. Hartman, there's a lot of starting, so it might take him a little longer to get loose, but he's up, possibly to pitch in the bottom of the frame. We're in the 5th. Swing and a miss. Nice outside changeup. It's been an effective pitch for him this inning. 2-2 the count. Nobody out. Jones at first. Remember, Jones had a 2-strike base hit the other way. He takes his lead. Minch looks over there. Now he brings it home. Strike 3 called. A nice pitch low and in. I think Tanalou knew it. He hesitated on the swing and took strike 3. A fastball at 93. Looked like it had some cutting action. That's out number 1. First strikeout for Jordan. Second for Cubs pitching. 1 out, 1 on for Degody. Alex Degody has flied out and hit a 3-run home run to left center. The only home run last night by the Cubs, Jim Adducey. That severed a tie.
Is that Kendall Grayman warming up at the bullpen? Is that Craig Brooks? Craig Brooks.
Similar builds, and they both have single-digit numbers. Don't see that often for a pitcher. There's a ball up and away. Brooksy had a good game last night. Didn't throw many pitches in an inning. He threw only 10, 8 for strikes. Let's see if Jordan can deal a pair right here. 1 out, 1 on, and the 1-0 pitch. Degody takes it low, ball 2, 2-0 the count. No game tomorrow. Tomorrow a travel day, and the first game of the PCL Championship Series would be Tuesday at Sacramento or at Las Vegas. Giants, the Sacramento affiliate, Vegas with the A's. The 2-0 is high and outside, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. See if Degody could swing. He powered a home run in the third. His average in this series is .467. 7 hits, 2 doubles, and a home run. There's ball 4, high and outside. So now they have 2 on, 1 away. That brings up their DH, Stephen Wren, 24-year-old out of Marietta, Georgia. Here comes Marty Peavy. Looks like he'll bring in Craig Brooks. Hasn't officially done that. There's the gesture to the bullpen. So we'll step away. Jones at second, Degody at first base, 1 away in the 5th. Round Rock leading Iowa 7-4 in the decisive game of the championship round, at least as we go in the Pacific Conference here. And Brooks is coming in. We'll be right back here on AM 940, the web at Iowa Cup. 7-4 Round Rock lead here in the 5th. Craig with inherited runners, only 3 out of 14 scored, pitching for Iowa during the regular season. And again, had a strong 7th inning, 3 up, 3 down last night, and just 10 pitches. Picks up the sign from Higgins, and here we go. Brooks to Wren. A strike on the inside corner. Good off-speed pitch. Jones, the leadoff hit. Tanalou struck out looking. Degody drawing a walk. 2 men on. Double play situation for the Cub infield. Pitch by Brooks. Swinging a foul back to the screen. He's got him 0-2. Inside fastball at 93. Both pitches in on Wren. Right-handed batter. And they have just the one lefty, their number 9 batter, Dawson. Center fielder. It's a double-A all season, just here for the postseason, but has done a nice job. Higgins hangs the sign. 2 strikes on Wren. 2 men on, 1 away. Pitch by Craig Brooks. Blown away off the glove of Higgins. Runners holding. He pounces on it to the left. It only went about 10, 12 feet away. Ball 1, 1-2. Wren from the June 2016 draft. 6th round pick. Initially joined this team back in May. Just for a day or two. Really, majority of his season down in Double-A. 1 for 8 in the series. Popped it up right field, angling over towards the line. Trent Giambroni hauls it in. The runners must hold. Brooks got his man, 2 away. And now Ritchie, who's had 2 singles, both in the second or in the 3rd inning. Their 7-run 3rd. Jamie Ritchie from the 2014 draft. He was born in Massachusetts but lives in Georgia. 13th round pick by the Astros. Right-handed hitter. They play him to right field. Pitch here by Brooks. Good breaking ball, but it just missed the outside corner. Ball 1. Jones at second, Degody at first base, 2 away in the 5th. Round Rock batting with a 7-4 lead. They've now out-hit the Cubs 8-4. Lots of runners today, lots of chances with men in scoring position. There's a slider blown away missing, 2-0 the count. He's got a good fastball. Let's see if he goes with it here. Two on, 2 out, and the 2-0 pitch. Brooks to Ritchie. Fastball, sky to center. Johnny Fields will line it up, and the catch is made to win the inning. Good job by Craig Brooks. Inherits 2 runners, leaves them both on base. Cubs still trail by 3, but no runs, 1 hit. Face Phillip Evans for the Iowa Cubs. Bottom of the 5th inning. Phillip a walk, a strikeout. Hartman, the starter, or Whitley, the starter, excuse me. Here's a foul back to our right, out of play, strike 1. Whitley, 4 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, walked 5, struck out 6. He threw 88 pitches, 51 for strikes. Hartman deals. Swinging a foul tip into the glove of the catcher, Ritchie, and a pitch up and away, strike 2. It's quite a contrast from the hard-throwing Whitley, a right-hander, to the finesse lefty Hartman, who's 6'3", 234. Foul back to the screen. He was a 9th round pick in 2016. As I mentioned, his signing bonus was $10,000. That's a contrast from what Whitley received. There's a pitch wasted high, ball 1-1-2. Went to Cypress College, good junior college there in California. He's a swing man. Made 19 starts with Round Rock this year. That's low for a ball, 2-2. We saw him. The sign from Ritchie and the lefty with a pitch. Dawson deep in center, a step to left. Phillip Evans takes a breaking ball lone inside. He works the count full, 3-2, leading off in the bottom of the 5th. You mentioned the 6-7 record of .584 ERA, gave them 115 plus innings. Did surrender 27 home runs. High strike call on Phillip Evans there. He took it. Strike 3. Big call, the leadoff man back in the dugout rather than first base. Bottom of the 5th, 7-4, Cubs trail. Jim Adducey, the batter, a 2-run single and a strikeout. Round Rock, they won the season series from Iowa 11-5. Here's a swing and a miss. Good pitch low and in. Hartman was 0-2. He scuffled against Iowa. 3 starts, an ERA of 9.5. Gave up 6 homers and 13 1/3 to Iowa hitters. Walked 11. Swing and a miss. 0-2 on Jim. Hartman's last game was Labor Day at Omaha, 3 2/3 innings. Strike 3 called, back-to-back. Called third strikes. Evans and now Adducey. 2 out, nobody on for Trent Giambrone. He's hit into a double play, popped out. 7-4, bottom of the 5th. That was a big double play. That was back in the 1st with Cubs having scored 2. They had 1st and 3rd, 1 away, and a 6-4-3 double play by the Round Rock defense. The game's only double play thus far. That pitch low inside, ball 1. Straight away and left is Ferguson, likewise McCormick and right. Pretty deep in right field, and the center fielder plays deep out there. Dawson towards left center. There's a line drive base hit left field. Trent Giambrone aboard for the Iowa Cubs. Hartman, the type of pitcher that does give up hits. This season in 115 2/3 innings allowed 135 hits, and again 27 home runs given up by Hartman this year in the league. Next up is Johnny Pareda. Johnny with a walk, run scored, a strikeout, 0-for-1. Both teams predominantly right-handed hitters. There's a good cut and a foul to the screen, right side, strike 1. Iowa does have Machine and Deweese top of the lineup, lefties, and Jim Adducey batting 5th. 2 out. The stretch by Hartman and the 0-1 pitch. Man at first base. Good off-speed pitch, a strike on the outer half of the plate, 0-2. Cubs down by 3 here in the bottom of the 5th. And now at 0-2, the center fielder Dawson shifting to right center. Pareda took one outside, ball 1, 1-2. Jones at first holding with Giambrone. Of course, he led the team in steals, but not a running situation, down by 3. At a ball, 2 strikes. Zach Short on deck. The only 3-up, 3-down inning for the Cubs offense was the 3rd. There is a pitch high and outside, 2-2 the count. Was 0-2, now it's 2-2. Offensively, these guys coming up from Double-A Tennessee for the playoffs have done a good job for the Cubs. Here's a soft line drive out to right field, a base hit. Giambrone will hold at second. And now the Cubs get the possible tying run up there. Zach Short, who does have power. Back-to-back 2-out singles. Zach 1 for 2. Had that single and run scored in the 4th inning. Not including today's game, but Charcer Burks, Connor Myers, Vimail Machine, Johnny Pareda came into today's game 10 for 34 in the playoffs. Those guys all coming up from Tennessee for the postseason. It was a visit, mound visit. Second baseman Degody went in, and now Degody will play on the left side with Zach Short up there. Back-to-back singles. Cubs get 2 men on. There's ball 1. The left-hander Hartman to the right-hander hitting Zach Short. Cubs today are 3 for 8 runners in scoring position. Pitch by Hartman. Swing and a miss. Almost like a cut fastball low and inside there. 88 miles an hour, strike 1. 1-1, 2 out. 7-4 Round Rock. Dawson again plays extremely deep. He's into right center. To set the pitch. Just below the knees. Ball 2, 2-1. He eyes the sign, Hartman does, of catcher Ritchie. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Excellent outside changeup. Strike 2, 2-2. Changeup has been an effective pitch today between Whitley and now Hartman. 2-2, 2 out and 2 on. The Cubs down by 3, batting in the bottom of the 5th. Game 5 of the series to decide the American Conference champ. That pitch high for ball 3. We go full. 3-2 on Zach Short. Giambroni and Parada will be running, which means Johnny should be able to score. He's not fast, but should score an extra base hit. He's at first. Giambroni at second. 3-2 on Zach Short. Johnny Field on deck in the pitch. Fouled back out of play.
Right on it.
Hartman, he's had to toil with 23 pitches this inning. Whitley again 88 in his 4 frames. It's a no decision for him. Here's that payoff again. Inside, he walked him. Bases are loaded. Giambroni to third, Parada to second, Zach Short at first base. Today's game featured 10 walks. Cubs batters have walked 6 times. So now the traffic jam for Hartman. Johnny Field, the batter.
Dean, this game might not be over by Tuesday.
Shift is on, and the pitch hit high, hit deep center field, but Dawson plays it deep center field back there to capture it a few steps from the track. Very good positioning. He was playing him to right center, just had to back up about 3 steps. That ends the inning. Cubs leave the bases loaded. They've left 8 men on as we end the 5th. Iowa, well, we should mention Round Rock. They come away unscathed with no runs, 2 hits, 3 left on. It's still 7-4. Round Rock over the iCubs on AM 940, on the web at iowacubs.com. Ronnie Dawson. Ronnie with a walk, run scored, a ground out. A good play by Jordan Minch. Craig Brooks still out there to right-hander. Fastball bounced the other way. Evans, a tricky hop off his glove to short. Jack whips a throw to first, not in time. Might be a hit. Tough chance there at third.
I think that's probably a hit.
Very difficult in between hop. It deflected off the glove of Phillips to Zach Short, Phillip Evans. And either way, the man aboard. There's an error in the third baseman. Minch went an inning and 2/3 today. 3 hits, 2 walks, a run that was earned, a strikeout. Again, they get the leadoff man on. First error in the Cubs. And the leadoff man on base every inning but the 4th. Although they haven't really gotten him in, just the 7 runs in the 3rd. So once they lead 7-4. Pitch on inside, ball 1. This is McCormick, Chaz McCormick, with a walk, a single, a ground out, 1 for 2, and a run scored. Iowa plays for the double play. Jimadusi at first, holding with the runner Dawson. Brooks from the stretch. Pitch outside, 2-0 the count. They play to right field. Wind is let up. Very calm afternoon. Pleasant. It's been cloudy all day, but a very pleasant day here at Principal Park for the deciding game in the series. Round Rock won the first two at their park. Cubs won the next two here. Swing and a miss. He was behind in that cut. Fastball up and in at 94. And the count 2-1 here on McCormick. P.J. Higgins, the catcher, drops the sign. Brooks from the stretch. Dawson with a lead. Average lead over there. And the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Couldn't catch up with that fastball. That one on the outer half of the plate. And it evens it out at 2-2. Dawson reaching on the air to lead off the inning. He's at first, nobody out. Sixth inning. Express, 7 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors. The Cubs, 4 runs, 6 hits, and an error. They've left 8 on base, Iowa. Round Rock, 4 left on. And the 2-2 pitch. In the air, right field. This one is sailing out of play. Count remains at 2-2 on McCormick. Let's see, those 8 men left on. 6 in scoring position for the Iowa Cubs. Craig tries again, 2-2 to McCormick. Struck him out swinging, looked like a slider blown away. It's out number 1. Wishful thinking, scoreboard says 2. Here's Drew Ferguson, he's had a sac fly, a single, 1 for 2. Dawson at first base. Both teams have had a lot of runners today. I mentioned the walks. 10 walks in the game, 4 by Cubs pitchers. Swing and a miss at the high heat. Now they're behind in the Brooks fastball. Ferguson steps out. They look down to their manager coaching third, Mickey Story. Goes through the signs. Youngest skipper in the league, right, Alex?
Indeed.
Yep. Did a very good job. It's a tough level. There's a pitch outside for a ball. Sometimes you got the players older than the manager. They had the former I-Cub Felipe Polino for a few weeks.
Well, looking at this Round Rock team right now, there's only one player 30 or older, and that's Lorenzo Quintana.
1-1 pitch, 1 out, 1 on in the 6th. That one curls outside, and the batter Ferguson wouldn't chase. Mayfield on deck. 2 balls and a strike. Now we'll see if Mickey Story puts a play on. Don't know a lot about Dawson. He does play good center field, of how much speed he has. He played football, baseball. Went on to Ohio State. Could have played college football. Chose baseball. Not a big lead, not running. And the fastball high for ball 3, 3-1. J.J. January behind the plate. There's a lot of balls and strikes to call today. Just the 6th inning. 7-4 Round Rock. All 7 runs in the 3rd. Will it be a lucky 7 for them? Three balls and a strike. Again, we're getting to the 3-4 hitters after Ferguson. Hit high and deep into left center field. This one clouded. Bombs away. The home run makes it 9-4. That one on top of the skybox building in left center field. Walloped out of here by Ferguson. 9-4 Round Rock on their 9th hit. Their 2nd home run today. And Craig Brooks has really been troubled by the long ball as an I-Cub. First run not earned, second one earned.
Both of his home runs have been no-doubters this series, and just fastballs that he's been able to pull up in the zone and got it into the jet stream and hit it high and hit it far.
Craig in the regular season gave up a dozen homers in this league in 26 innings. Cubs are going to have to play some long ball today. They're down by 5 now. There's a pitch on the outside corner, a strike.
That's tough.
This is Mayfield. He's 1 for 3 with a single. Dugotti, a 3-run homer in the third. Ferguson, a 2-run bomb here in the sixth. This one popped up outside of third. Phillip has a look, Phillip Evans, but no play. Off the hands of a fan. Tried to make that two-handed catch.
Ow.
Good effort. I think he ended up with a baseball.
I think he did too. Might have a jammed pinky.
A sore hand for sure, one way or the other. 2 strikes on Mayfield. Jones on deck. Bases empty after the homer. Pitched by Craig Brooks. Outside a low ball, 1-1. Conflicting score. One scoreboard says 0-2. The out in right center says 2-1. So another one. There's another 0-2. It's like politics. Don't know what to think. Grounded to short. That's in play to Jack Short and the throw to Adducey for the out. Mayfield grounds out. 2 away for Jones. Jones a 1 for 3 day. Taylor Jones. 9-4. Not only the 7-run third, but now 2 here in the sixth. Cubs will have the top of the lineup, Machine, DeWeese, and Higgins in the bottom of the inning. Remember, the bottom of the fifth ended with the bases loaded. Mention all the ups and downs in a baseball season, but there's been a few ups and downs today in this one game. There's a strike at the knees on Jones. Iowa, though, has been a resilient team this year. Brooks scans the sign. The 0-1 is popped out of play right side, strike 2, 0-2. Looks like today's crowd similar to what we had last night. 1,800, maybe a couple thousand.
A little bit more than that today. I got my guess.
Not much to cheer about right now.
Was early on, at least.
Like I wrote down a guess. Where'd I leave that? Now the 0-2 to Jones, and he fouls it back out of play again, protecting the plate. 2 out, 2 runs in. Ferguson homered. Dawson reached on an air, and 1 out later, Ferguson homered. Enormous clout to left center. Mayfield grounded out, and now Jones up there. Craig Brooks now 26 pitches, 17 strikes, and the 0-2 to Jones. Lined up the middle and past a diving second baseman Machine, a base hit. Jones back-to-back singles leading off the fifth, and a 2-out single here in the sixth. They're up to 10 hits. Round Rock again, 9 hits last night, all singles. Today they have 10 hits, 2 home runs, 1 double. Ferguson joins Dugotti in the RBI column, 3 apiece. Tanalou has 2. The other run batted in, Ritchie. Here's Tanalou. He's had a single and a double, a strikeout, 2 for 3. 2 RBI, 1-run game. With Alex Cohen, this is Dean Ellis, Noah Manderfeld. The assist to Joey Gatchell, our studio engineers today for championship action. Glad to have you along. Swing and a miss at the high hard one. Again, he was tardy in the cut. Strike 1. Wyatt Short up in the Iowa bullpen. Jones leads at first base. Not a threat to run. Adducey with him at the bag. Brooks from the stretch on the third base side of the rubber. Pitch by Craig is high and outside. Ball 1, 1-1.
Wyatt Short warming for Iowa.
Top of the sixth. Plenty of action today. Round Rock ahead 9-4. Highest scoring game of the series. A couple of 5-4 games. First game at Round Rock decided in 11. Round Rock won. There's a strike to Tanaloo in the outside corner. 1-2. And Cubs won in 11 last night, 5-4. Game 2 was a 4-3 10-inning win for Round Rock. Game 3 was a 3-2 Iowa win here. That one, by the way, the only regulation 9-inning game of the 4 thus far. Fastball missed the outside corner. Cubs playing almost as many extra inning games in the Express in this series as all of the other teams playing in the postseason in minor league baseball. Almost 70 other postseason games throughout minor league baseball, just 8 other ones for extra innings, and the Cubs and the Express have had 3 out of 4. Now the 2-2, Tanaloo the batter, Jones at first, pitch by Brooks, target is in. Pitch away, and he swings and misses. The strikeout of Tanaloo ends the inning. Another couple of runs, though. One was unearned as Ferguson smoked the ball for a home run. 2 runs, 2 hits, and air 1. Home half of the 6th inning. Iowa down by 5 now. Vimail machine leads off. Lefty against lefty. He takes a strike. Vimail has walked. He's 0 for 2. Struck out in the first, grounded out in the second, the walk in the fourth. He opens the bottom of the 6th inning. Donnie DeWeese on deck. Fouled back out of play, strike 2. Hartman back to the mound. He's the pitcher of record right now for Round Rock. He's out of Anaheim, went to the same high school that produced another lefty, the Mad Hungarian, Al Rabowski. 0-2 pitch. Good bender, but it bends outside, and Machine wouldn't chase. Ball 1, 1-2.
Looked like Hartman thought it was a strike.
That's one of those great baseball nicknames.
The Mad Hungarian.
Inside, under his hands there, looked like a change-up, something off-speed for ball 2, 2-2. Vimail leads off. DeWeese and Higgins coming up in the bottom of the 6th. Iowa trailing 9-4. That pitch low and away. Boy, good discipline up here from 0-2 to 3-2. Machine continues to give the Cubs some quality at-bats in this postseason and for his brief appearance as an I-Cub earlier this year.
Just a glimpse for next year. I mean, he be a table setter at the top of the order.
Pulls a grounder foul. Cubs have that good depth infield prospects, catching prospects. For me at least, the outfield, they need some more. There's some young guys, outfielders, especially in the power category for outfielders. Fouled out of play left side. We'll see what happens with the big Cubs. They'll have some decisions to make as far as contracts within the next few years with Javi Baez and Chris Bryant. Payoff pitch again to Machine. It's a line drive and a base hit over the leaping shortstop Mayfield. Good start for the Cubs. Again, they get the leadoff man aboard. Machine has hit safely every game with the I-Cubs since coming up from Double-A. Got a good postseason.
Sure, those contract discussions will be, amicable and friendly and easy, right?
Scott Boras?
Yeah.
Easy and Boras have seldom used in the same sentence.
Seldom is putting it lightly.
Hit number 7 for the Cubs. There's Donnie DeWeese. Donnie on base 3 times, and he hammers one to right field, but almost right at McCormick, maybe back a step. That was a pill off the bat of Donnie for out number 1. He lines to right, Machine to first base, 1 away for P.J. Higgins. P.J. with a single, a run scored. 9-4, Iowa trails in the bottom of the 6th inning. Hartman at his high school was a two-way player, played some first base. He was going to attend Cal State Fullerton, but changed his mind, went to Cypress College. There's a good curve, a strike. Right-handed hitting Higgins. And what really helped him, he went to Lindsey Wilson College in Kentucky. Swing and a miss. Had to be quite the change for a California kid. 0-2 on PJ, 1 out, 1 on. His last year there went 10-1. ERA well below 1, 0.64. Runner at first base, pitch by Hartman, lone inside, good stop by Ritchie. What a good receiver he is. 1-2, maybe doesn't profile as that starting guy in the big leagues, but definitely looks like would be a solid backup. Rocky Gale type. Always like Rocky, and Rocky has had a rough time getting to the big leagues. I'm not sure why. Sometimes you have to be in the right spot at the right time. There's a swing and a foul tip, squeezed by the catcher Ritchie, a strikeout. PJ with a pitch up and away, tried to pepper that one to right field. 2 away. Machine at first base, 9-4, bottom of the 6th inning. Phillip Evans, a walk, a couple of strikeouts. Last year at that tiny school in Kentucky, Hartman had the lowest ERA in NAIA. And again, drafted and signed by the Astros. We're saying this a lot, all the bargains they get. Here's a pop-up right side near the stands. Jones has a play, makes the catch, and that ends the inning. Hartman, signing bonus with the Astros was $10,000 back in 2016.
He's 24 years old, short. He's pitched pretty well this postseason. Through in game 2 and through an inning and 2/3 scoreless. His last 2 appearances, greatest appearance prior to that, worst of his career. So a lot of good, some bad. And here's Wyatt Short against Alex Degody. Swings at the first pitch, lofts it to center. Hit pretty well, but going back Johnny Field just shy of the wall, makes the catch. Degody, a 3-run home run as part of that 7-run 3rd inning. Deep fly out here in the 7th. Going to bring up Stephen Wren. Iowa Cubs trailing 9-4. Again, Game 5 of this 2019 American Division Series. The winner moves on to either Sacramento or Las Vegas, and the loser goes home. Regardless, Dean, just a heck of a season for both teams.
And a heck of a series thus far.
Here's Stephen Wren. First pitch misses inside. Count 1-0.
Still need 9 more outs, and they don't get easier to claim as you near that finish line.
Well, if Round Rock can score 7 runs in an inning, then there's no doubt in my mind the Iowa Cubs can too. Pitch grounded to third. In between Hopfield by Evans. Steps, throws the first, and it gets Wren. 5-3 put out. 2 up, 2 down here with the 7th. Nice work Wyatt Short. Going to bring up Jamie Ritchie. Now this season series between the two teams in the regular season, Round Rock 11 wins, I-Cubs 5 victories, but you look on paper and the statistics, the batting average, the ERA, OPS, slugging percentage, runs per game, much closer than an 11-5 series would indicate. Pitch fouled off the third base dugout. Count 0-1. In fact, Round Rock this year has 5 extra inning wins against Iowa. 3 in the regular season, 2 in the postseason. And all 4 games this series have been decided by 1 run. The 0-1 misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
They've had 13 games decided by 1 or 2 runs, and Round Rock, of course, the upper hand there, 10-3. Very entertaining, not only postseason, but regular season with the Express.
1-1. Misses up high. Count 2-1. And to go toe-to-toe with this Round Rock team, 84-56 during the regular season. Best record in the entire PCL.
They lost some guys at the trade deadline and the deals that the Astros made.
2-1. Popped up right side, fouling out of play. Count 2-2. Well, they traded an I-Cubs killer. They traded Josh Rojas. Rojas hit 5 home runs against Iowa, including a home run in 4 consecutive games.
He's up in the big leagues helping Arizona make a push for the wild card.
2-2 golfed, middle of the infield. Going back, the shortstop Zach Short calls off the second base of V-Mile machine, and in shallow center, he makes the catch. Scoreless 7th. Wyatt Short, 3 up, 3 down. 7 here at Principal Park. I-Cubs running out of chances. They're down 9-4. Ryan Hartman in. Sees Jim Aducey. Hartman in for his 3rd inning of work. First pitch misses up high. Count 1-0. Game number 5 of the 2019 American Division Series. 1-0. Fly drive up the middle. A base hit for Aducey. Jim Aducey, last 3 games has been red hot. He's 2 for 4 tonight. 2-run single in the first. Single here in the 7th.
That might have had exit velocity over 100 miles per hour, whistling right past the head of the pitcher there, Hartman.
That certainly had something. Oof. Look out.
Second straight inning, we get a leadoff single.
Here's Trent Giambroni. Now Hartman. Dean brought it up. He's given up his fair share of long balls this year. Pitch misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. 9-4 I-Cubs trail. We're at the bottom of the 7th. I-Cubs down to their final 9 outs. Can they score 5 runs or more? 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. A changeup at 78 and a healthy hack from Giambroni.
Just seeing today how effective that pitch is, a changeup.
1-1 count.
It's about 10 miles per hour less than his fastball.
Pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 2, another changeup. Giambroni today, single in the 5th. Again, big time power, 23 home runs this season. A home run here would be, well, a good thing for the Iowa Cubs. 1-2. Popped up. Right side, going back to first baseman Taylor Jones. Gets called out by the second baseman Alex Degodi, who makes the catch. Front edge of the outfield grass. And 1 away here in the 7th. They'll bring up Johnny Pareda.
Down by 5, you don't have to make up all that distance this inning. But you don't want to wait till the 8th and the 9th to try to get 5. It'd be better to chip away at least.
Well, you certainly can't hit a 5-run home run. Although with all the rule changes in baseball, Dean,
that'll be next.
We'll have to petition that with Iowa Cubs general manager Sam Burnaby when he goes to the league meetings. How about a 5-run home run? Pitch popped up, right side, out of play. Count 0-1. Johnny Pareda walked and scored. He singled. And Johnny, in 3 games with the Iowa Cubs, he hasn't hit in all those games. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. High drive. Coming in, the center fielder Dawson, and he makes the shoulder-high catch.
Hit too hard. It wouldn't go down.
Well, that happened last inning, too. Donnie Dweese scorches one to right. Yep. It's into the glove of Chas McCormick. He doesn't move. That one ripped the center, and Dawson comes into his left and makes the catch in stride. 2 outs. Here's Zach Short.
Yeah, both teams today have squared the ball up more often today than most of the other games. But for Hartman, he's letting them put the ball in play. He doesn't want to walk anybody. Walks have been so critical in this series.
Here's Zach Short. First pitch. Backdoor curve. Hits the outside corner for a strike. Count 0-1. I-Cubs down 9-4. Bottom 7. And deciding Game 5 of the 2019 American Division Series. I-Cubs need some help. They're down by 5 in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1,853 today.
One more than yesterday, last night.
No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Misses high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Zach Short singled and scored in the 4th. And the pitch. Popped up. Shallow right, but playable. Coming in. Chas McCormick towards the line. Fair territory, makes the catch, and it ends the inning. I-Cubs strand a leadoff single here in the 7th. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Through 7, I-Cubs down 9-4 right here on the Iowa Cubs Radio Network. Through 7 here at Principal Park. Iowa Cubs trailing 9-4 here today, and they're running out of chances. Here at the top of the 8th inning, wide short, we'll see Ronnie Dawson in the first pitch fouled away. Over the third base dugout, out of play, count 0-1. It's game number 5 of the 2019 American Division Series. And this playoffs, all playoff broadcasts are brought to you by Premier Chevy Dealers, home of the 2019 Chevy Silverado. 0-1, fouled, left side, out of play once again by Dawson. Count 0-2. Round Rock, 7 runs in the 3rd, 2 runs in the 6th. I-Cubs 2 runs in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 4th. They had a 3-0 lead. Then after a 7-run 3rd inning, they've been trailing since. No balls, 2 strikes in the pitch. Chopper, short fields, shuffles it over to first, and he'll get Dawson. 1 up, 1 down here in the 8th, and it'll bring up Chas McCormick. So remember, winner go home for both teams. They'll play the winner of the Las Vegas Aviators, Sacramento River Cats. Game 5 deciding game. That game being played at Las Vegas Ballpark. Here's Chaz McCormick, lefty versus righty. And the first pitch. It's the outside corner for a strike, count of 1-1. This game, about 3 hours old. Started at 12:38 p.m. 9-4 I-Cubs trail. Still have time, but they have to keep their deficit at 5. The 0-1 pitch. This is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fans after the game, listen to our Gates Barbecue post-game show. We'll give you highlights from tonight's game, final recap, final words. Hopefully we'll be talking about another game that will take place on Tuesday. Pitch misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. But it would take the comeback of all comebacks. We're in the top of the 8th. The I-Cubs are down by 5. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Club, deep left, heading back to ease towards the track. He'll stop, and that's a home run for Chaz McCormick. He tomahawked that baseball out of here. On top of the Cub Club, 3rd homer for the Express today. This one a solo shot. It's 10-4 Round Rock here in the 8th.
Like a pitch up.
So here's Drew Ferguson. Ferguson already a 2-run home run today. Alex DeGote, 3-run home run. Drew Ferguson, 2-run home run. Chaz McCormick with a solo shot. Round Rock's offense has been silent all series until now.
Yeah, 2 home runs in the first 4 games combined and 3 today.
Pitch and misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. 10 runs, 12 hits. 3 homers, also got a 2-run double from Nick Tanalu. And we've said it all year, Dean. This Round Rock team has been the toughest for the I-Cubs to handle just because they're so balanced. Power top to bottom in the order. Pitch misses outside. 1 ball, make that 2 balls, no strikes. If you look top to bottom in the order, Drew Ferguson, 11 home runs. Jack Mayfield, 26 home runs. Taylor Jones, 22 home runs. Nick Tanalu, 19 home runs. Alex DeGote, 15 home runs. There's just balance. 2 balls, no strikes in the pitch. Taken down the middle for a strike. Out 2-1, and that's even without their 30 home run hitter, Kyle Tucker.
Cubs starters overall did a good job in the series. 3 of the first 4 games had quality starts. The other one might have been, but Kendall Graven on a pitch count in his rehab.
2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Popped up foul, first base side. Well out of play. Count 2-2. Ten runs, 11 hits, 2 errors for Round Rock. 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for the I-Cubs. It's a 6-run lead. If you look at the Iowa Cubs, their most runs in an inning this year, 15. So they have plenty of ammo. 2-2. Foul ball just below the visiting radio booth. Hits off the concourse, bounces all the way to the first row, and a young fan will be able, hopefully, to get it. Well, young fan's dad gets it and hands it to his son, who already has 3 baseballs. So at least he'll go home a happy camper.
Play catch all winter.
Hopefully indoors. Two balls, 2 strikes. Short fires. Line drive deep right. Giambroni sizes it up, makes the catch. 2 away. Here's Jack Mayfield.
The shortstop, number 8, Jack Mayfield.
Mayfield steps in from the right side. Iowa Cubs overall their first playoff appearance in 11 years. If they were to come back and win this game, it would be their first PCL championship appearance since 2004 and second in franchise history. Lefty versus righty pitch, check swing and a breaking ball, and Mayfield went around, count 0-1. But just an incredible turnaround from last year. Iowa Cubs in 2018, 50-88. They had the worst record in all of full season affiliated baseball. 0-1 foul back at the screen behind home plate. Count 0-2. The I-Cubs last year were never over 500. This year, they started off their season winning 4 out of 5 in Memphis and rolled to a division title. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Breaking ball in the dirt. Mayfield strikes out swinging and ends the inning, but Round Rock, they get an insurance run. A solo blast, Chaz McCormick. Run, a hit, no errors, nobody left on base. Middle of the 8th, I-Cubs down to their final 6 outs, and they're down by 6.
This is your home for the 2019 division champion Iowa Cubs on Praise 940 KPSZ.
Bottom 8 here at Principal Park. I-Cubs trailing 10-4. Johnny Field leads things off here against Ryan Hartman. First pitch will join in action. He's taken down the middle for a strike, count of 1-1. Warming up at the I-Cubs bullpen, righty Dakota Meckes. No balls, 1 strike at the pitch. Taken down the middle for a strike. Count of 1-2. Game 5 of the 2019 American Division Series. If the I-Cubs want to move on in their 2019 season, have to start a rally, they need to do so quickly. They're down by 6 in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So 1 quick out here in the 8th. Johnny Field down swinging. He'll bring up Be My Own Machine. This I-Cubs lineup looks a lot different than it did about a month ago. Be My Own Machine, who was with the I-Cubs early in April, with Zach Short being out with an injury. He swung the bat well. Johnny Pareda joined the I-Cubs during the playoffs. P.J. Higgins joined the I-Cubs in the second half. First pitch. Curveball. It's the inside corner for a strike. Count of 1-1.
It's 10 strikeouts now combined for the 2 pitchers today for Round Rock. In the 3rd straight game, the Cubs have struck out at least 10 times.
0-1. And that's golf deep left. Hit pretty well. Going back, Ferguson towards the track. Looks up at the wall, and it's gone.
There's one. Opposite field, thunder for Machine.
Email Machine, bye-bye. Second home run of the postseason. Both to the opposite field. This one a solo blast, and the I-Cubs are within 5. It's a 10-5 game. Tell you what, Dean, Email Machine with opposite field power and the ability to get on base at the top half of the order, he could be a find.
8 for 23 in the series. Had a great championship series thus far. 2nd home run in the series.
Pitch, and that's popped up foul. Out of play, third base side. Count of 1-1.
Kept thinking it could happen with Hartman allowing 27 during the regular season.
No balls, 1 strike in the pitch. Misses inside.
Hit him. Got a piece of his jersey.
Tony Deweese hit by a pitch. So the I-Cubs in business.
Need runners and then get the home runs like they've had, other than their last one was solo, but they've had a 2-run home run, a 3-run home run.
And here's P.J. Higgins. Higgins steps in from the right side. Lefty versus righty in the pitch. Fastball hits the outside corner for a strike. Count of 1-1.
Nothing stirring yet in their bullpen. The Cubs get, I believe it's Dakota Meckes up in the left field pen.
No balls, 1 strike in the pitch. Misses outside. Count 1-1. Dean, we talked about it last inning. You can't hit a 5-run home run, but you sure can chip away at this lead. You got 1 run back. Now P.J. Higgins up. And the pitch. Misses inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. I-Cubs 5 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. And they've hit the ball hard all day.
Good approach here. Be patient. Take a walk. Get men on base.
2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Now Phillip Evans due up next. And I'm trying to pull up Evans and Hartman's pitcher versus batter. I believe Evans has hit a home run or 2 against Hartman this year. 2-2. Fastball misses outside. Count 3-2. Donnie Dweez leads off of first. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. High fastball. Higgins down swinging, and strikeouts have been a big-time issue here for the Iowa Cubs. 18 yesterday, 11 today. And here's Phillip Evans. Coming into the game, this series, the I-Cubs have struck out an average of 13 times per game. 52 strikeouts in the previous 4.
Let's see, Zagunas, Higgins, Evans all homered during the regular season. Dixon Machado, Taylor Davis, Jim Brony off this guy.
So Hartman has given up 6 home runs in the regular season against Iowa, and Phillip Evans being one of them.
Yep.
See, I knew I remembered something. 1 ball, no strikes in the pitch. Misses high. Count 2-0. It was part of the game that Round Rock gave up 6 home runs here at Principal Park, which was tied for a season high for the I-Cubs offense. 2-0. Jam foul over the first base dugout. Count 2-1. We're at the bottom of the 8th.
Good location, though. That fastball, 88, kept it low and in on him.
I-Cubs trailing 10-5. Series deciding game number 5 of the 2019 American Division Series. Round Rock in control right now. And the 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Chased a bad one up high.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
See if he comes back with a changeup here after a couple of fastballs at 88.
I think he's going to go fastball up in the zone once again.
Try again.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Hartman, belt high set. Stares it at Evans. The pitch. Popped up. First base side. It goes foul. Into the seats. 5 rows back, out of play.
Was the high fastball.
Now I'd probably go change up low and away. Phillip Evans has been so consistent during the regular season. He leads the team in games played. He leads the team in at-bats. Might simply just be running out of gas. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Crush, deep center, but not deep enough. Dawson was playing back to begin with. A couple steps back, makes the catch, and it ends the inning. The I-Cubs, they score a run. They do so on a hit, no errors. They leave 1 man left on base. We'll go to the 9th. I-Cubs, especially for the top half of the inning, they'll have to keep the score. They're down 10-5 right here. Top 9 here at Game 5 of the 2019 American Division Series. Alex Coney and Ellis here on the call. Noah Matterfeld back at the station. The I-Cubs trailing by a score of 10-5. And we have a Zeisel pitching change. B. Weisel takes Zeisel. Available at your local Hy-Vee and Fairway stores. Use as directed. Coming into the game, righty Dakota Mekas. And we'll see Taylor Jones to start things off. First pitch misses outside. Count 1-0. So the I-Cubs down by 5. They like to keep it that way here in the top of the inning. Again, winner of this game moves on to the PCL Championship Series. That will start Tuesday. 1-0. Misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. It'll start at either Rayleigh Field with the Sacramento River Cats or Las Vegas Ballpark with the Las Vegas Aviators.
Wyatt Short, 2 innings, gave up a hit, that home run, just that 1 run, earned run and a strikeout.
1-1. Catches the outside corner for a strike. Count 1-2. Wyatt Short. You talked about his line. He really came back strong after a rough outing last week down in Oklahoma City. That takes guts. 1-2 pitch. Misses outside. Count 2-2. Short in that outing in Oklahoma City. He walked 3 and hit 2. Left the game without recording an out. And Dean, in his last 3 outings after that, he didn't give up a run. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. It's the outside corner for a strike. 93-mile-per-hour fastball. Count 3 balls and 2 strikes. That's certainly how you deal with adversity. Mekas back shoulder set. And the 3-2 pitch. Club foul, right side out of play. We'll do it again. Home plate umpire J.J. January is motioning up to the press box. I think he's saying put the lights on.
Aducey, Giambroni, and Parada coming up in the bottom of the 9th.
3-2 count. And the pitch. Swinging a tapper foul behind home plate. Count 3-2. Looking down in the seating bowl, and the majority owner, Mr. Michael Gardner, sitting in the first row with a jacket on. It's not that cold. You're wearing long sleeves. He's wearing a jacket. Guys make it feel like it's Halloween. 3-2. Popped up, middle of the infield. Going back. Second baseman, female Machine, and he and Zach Short both put their hands up, but it's Machine who makes the catch. Trying to have a little bit of fun with it. Now, you've seen the highlights with like Adrian Beltre and Elvis Andrews. They both put their hands up and pretend like they're recording the pop out, and only one does. One away. Here's Nick Tantalou. And Short and Machine are having a laugh. Tantalou. 2-run double in the third. First pitch. Misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Round Rock, 10 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors. Cubs 5 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. Best offensive output for both teams here in Game 5, but the only problem is Round Rock's just been a little bit better. 1-0. Ground ball, left side foul into the Cubs dugout, and it hit somebody. I think it hit Johnny Pareda. He's okay.
Yeah, he's okay. He was sitting on the step at the far end.
Back onto his perch.
The DH with the bat in his hand.
1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Misses high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Outfield shaded towards right. Tantalou. 19 homers this year, 39 doubles in the regular season. Second most in the PCL. Mike Gerber for Sacramento had 2 more. He had 41. 2-1. Line. Right field line coming in. Giambrone. Head first dive. And he makes the catch. Nice play by Trent. Not a good call by Alex. 2 away.
Fabulous catch. Last instant diving for the ball just before it made contact with the ground.
Wow, what a grab by Trent.
Yeah. Good read, good timing in the jump.
Bring up Alex DeGote. DeGote, the real dagger today. 3-run home run in the third. Part of that 7-run inning. Righty versus righty. And the pitch. Ground ball left side. It just goes foul. Count 1-1. Dean, if there's been an MVP of the 2019 America Division Series, if Round Rock wins, you have to give it to Alex DeGote.
I agree. 438 is series average. Hartman, though, a big contributor today with his pitching effort. He'll come back for the bottom of the 9th.
No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Nice changeup. Count 0-2. We're in the 9th. Cubs down 10-5. Dakota Meckes looking to spin a scoreless inning. And the 0-2. 57-footer in the dirt. Nice stop by the catcher, Higgins. Count 1-2, as Dean said. Jim Aducci, Trent Giambrone, and Johnny Pareda. Are due up, and hopefully that inning will continue a little bit further than that. 1-2. Misses high. Count 2-2. All the Cubs need in the bottom of the inning, at least to start off, base runners. They just need base runners. 2 balls, 2 strikes in the pitch. Misses upstairs. Count 3-2. Round Rock, 7 runs in the third, 2 in the 6th, 1 in the 8th. That third inning, the big story today. 3-2. And that's popped up. Left field hit pretty well. But going back, Donnie Dweez measures it up just shy of the track. He makes the catch. And a 1-2-3 inning for Dakota Meckes. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. They're down 10-5. Game number 5 of the 2019 American Division Series. If the I-Cubs could come back and win this one, it would mark their biggest come-from-behind victory in franchise history in the postseason. And they move on to the PCL championship, but they're down to their final 3 outs. They're down by 5. And here's Jim Adducci. First pitch, swinging a tapper. It hits off the front foot of Adducci. No balls, 1 strike. Ryan Hartman in again. He's allowed 1 run. It's a solo home run in the 8th.
Right-hander did just get up in the Round Rock bullpen.
Pitch. Ground ball towards second. In between, hop picked up by Degodi. Fires over to first. And now 1 away here in the 9th. Bring up Trent Giambrone.
The right fielder, number 6, Trent Giambrone.
Trent this year, 23 homers. Steps in from the right side. If you think of some of the better single-season outputs when it comes to power in Iowa Cubs' recent history, Trent Giambrone, 23 homers, 27 doubles. The first 2020 I-Cubs player in 5 years. Pitch. It hits the inside corner for a strike. Count 1-1. And the last player to do that, 20 homers, 20 doubles, Javier Baez. Pretty elite company. The 0-1 pitch. Line drive, center field, falls in for a base hit. So Trent Giambrone 2 for 5 today. I-Cubs have a base runner here in the bottom of the 9th.
Another hard hit ball. Thankfully, Dawson plays pretty deep out in center, so it lands in front of him.
Bring up Johnny Pareda. This I-Cubs offense cranked out 5 runs on 10 hits. But they need more. They trail by 5. They're down to their final 2 outs. Here's Johnny Pareda, double play candidate. Infield up the middle, playing a double play depth in the pitch. Misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. This is dangerous territory, Dean, for Ryan Hartman. He's thrown 75 pitches today. 51 of them for strikes.
It's been terrific. Riley Farrell, the right-hander in their bullpen.
1-0. Misses low. Count 2-0, but if you get Ryan Hartman on the back end of running out of gas, and he walks a hitter, and this is a guy who gives up a lot of home runs.
Right back in it. One more runner, and they probably bring in Farrell.
2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch. Ground ball, left side, diving play, Tantalou second for 1. To first, that's it. The Round Rock Express win it. They're on to the championship in the Pacific Coast League. Congratulations to the Round Rock Express. Final score 10-5 today, and Round Rock shaking hands in front of the pitcher's mound, and the Iowa Cubs get a round of applause for a tremendous season. Man, job well done for both teams. Dean, the Round Rock Express, we've talked about them all season long. They've been the best team in the PCL. They were record-wise. They were against the Iowa Cubs, and they showed why here with a decisive Game 5, 10-5 victory over the Iowa Cubs.